Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Almighty Blues FC, a fan channel for all to see. और yes, आज literally 3 मैचेस होने वाले साथ साथ में. अब देखते हैं, मोस्टली वी विल बी फॉलोइंग द फ्रांस वाला मैच, क्योंकि हाँ, हमारा इंडिया का नेटवर्क, ग्रेट नेटवर्क, इतने सारे स्पोर्ट्स चैनल्स, मतलब अनगिनत स्पोर्ट्स चैनल्स हैं, लेकिन फॉर सम स्ट्रेंज रीजन खाली एक ही मैच दिखाई जा रहा है टीवी पे, वॉट एवर यू से, और मेरी टीम नेदरलैंड्स का मैच दिखाई नहीं दिया जा रहा है, despite them being playing Belgium. Belgium versus the Netherlands in a Nations League match in a World Cup year has not been telecast. मतलब मैं क्या ही तो बोलूं, मतलब I have no idea man, मतलब ये लोग क्या सोच कर रखते हैं. And I know फ्रांस जनमार्क भी अच्छा है and that's why we are covering it, लेकिन it's kind of strange. अगर किसी को मालूम है टीवी पे आ रहा है कि नहीं बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स, मुझे बोल दीजिए. I will try and follow that as well, apart from Croatia and Austria. But again, थैंक्स जो भी आए जुड़ने के लिए. डेफिनेटली वील हैव लॉट ऑफ फन, बिकॉज यार फ्रांस की टीम, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट, द डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस ऑफ द नेशंस लीग. काफी सारा न्यूज, बेंजेमा, एम्बापे, आई डोंट नो कैसे वो लोग पिच पर रहेंगे, और दोनों स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. ब्रेकिंग न्यूज वही है और हम दिखाने वाले लाइनअप्स. लेकिन यस, बिग अप टू एमशा एज वेल. देखो देखो मैं आ गया, एब्सोल्युटली. जोएब, वेलकम वेलकम भाई. होपफुली आप लाइक कर दियो स्ट्रीम सो दैट एवरीवन इज नोटिफाइड. एंड एज ऑलवेज, लाइक आई से, मैंने ट्वीट किया था, मैं रीट्वीट भी कर देता हूँ. इफ यू गाइस कैन रीट्वीट, नथिंग लाइक इट, विद द लिंक. चेल्सी एंड मैन यू नीड to win transfer window to stay relevant in the Premier League next year. Oh, relevant in the Premier League next year. Otherwise, very big call. लेकिन हाँ, you have a point. Since Spurs and Arsenal are just building on current squads, Chelsea, Man U rebuilding completely. Talk about Chelsea. मैं पता नहीं किसी ने मुझे kind of tweet करते हुए देखा. I am like so pissed. I am so pissed with again वही रोमेलो लुकाकू, और हम बात करेंगे as the stream goes on. Yes, welcome to Zoe Matata United. Welcome to you as well. Eriksen to care, क्या मतलब हार्ट अटैक नहीं करना था. Well, again we will be looking at the lineups. Yeah, I think दोनों ही नहीं खेल रहे, right? नहीं, एरिक्सन खेल रहे, एरिक्सन स्टार्ट कर रहे. केयर is still injured, I believe. लेकिन हाँ, बेंजेमा वर्सेस एम्बापे. एग्जैक्टली देखते हैं, मतलब फॉर व्हाट हैपेंड इन द रियल मैड्रिड ट्रांसफर सागा. मे बी जस्ट एज इन बैक ऑफ द माइंड थोड़ा सा हो. रिमेंबर, बेंजेमा इन द पास्ट हैज नॉट स्टेप्ड बैक. वो बोले हैं भाई, विनीशियस जूनियर के बारे में बोले थे क्या ये दूसरे टीम के लिए खेलता है, व्हाट नॉट. एम्बापे और बेंजेमा एक रिमेंबर, लेकिन अभी बेंजेमा एम्बापे भिड़ेंगे? आई डोंट नो. नहीं भिड़ेंगे यार, कम ऑन, दे आर प्रोफेशनल्स. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ कि बेंजेमा व्हेन इन द पास्ट हैज डन दैट, फ्यूचर में ही हैज डन बेटर विद दैट प्लेयर. सो लेट्स सी, फॉर फ्रांस इज सेक, दे विल डू बेटर एज अ पेयर. प्रथम, हेलो एज वेल टू यू. आदित्य इज इन द हाउस. थैंक यू आदित्य ज्वाइन करने के लिए. लूमैनी ऑफ कोर्स. Doug in the house, buddy. How are you? Long time no see, and I know Doug, very important phase, in your life generally. So wish you all the best. But Doug, do put in your predictions. Who do you think is going to win tonight? France playing Denmark, which with Eriksen back, it'll be interesting. And of course, we are talking about my Dutch team playing away at Brussels in Belgium. Ankit, when you will start membership? Then we'll start later this month for sure. लेकिन हाँ, I was just wanting to know the count, एक approximate number करेंगे, so that I can make it formal as well. मैं करूँगा definitely mid month, or by end of month we'll certainly put it up. Yes, really Sony Live, I think Belgium. भाई ये सोनी लिव ना, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है. अगेन जस्ट टू शेयर विद यू, मेरा एयरटेल एक्सट्रीम के थ्रू मैं सोनी लिव एक्सेस करता हूँ, तो उस पर आएगा क्या? अगर कोई बता सकता है तो बढ़िया होगा, क्योंकि मेरे पास डायरेक्ट सोनी लिव का नहीं है. मैंने एयरटेल एक्सट्रीम का लिया है सब्सक्रिप्शन, आई डोंट नो फॉर व्हाटएवर रीजन. और क्योंकि दैट हैड सोनी लिव एज वेल, मैं सोचा सब चीज आएंगे, लेकिन वहां पर चैनल्स आते हैं, बस जो टीवी में आता है वो आते हैं. इंडियन स्पोर्ट्स चैनल तक एब्सोल्युटली मैन, एब्सोल्युटली. क्रिकेट हाईलाइट दिखाएंगे पर थॉमस कप जैसे इंपॉर्टेंट टूर्नामेंट्स नहीं, 100%. Again, sponsorship की बात आ जाती है, and all those things which is kind of controversial, but that's a fact. Menace, the monk, is Sony host. We need to ask him. But they don't themselves do it, yeah. मतलब that's what Manas himself will not do. It's just part of basically, the entire process, right? It'll be unfair to kind of ask them, to be really honest about that. Pratham, लेकिन I know from where you're coming. भैया बेल्जियम का मैच कौन सा चैनल पे आएगा? ये मेरा भी क्वेश्चन है. बताइए, अगर यार एयरटेल एक्सट्रीम का जो एक्सेस है सोनी लिव के लिए, उसमें अवेलेबल है कि नहीं, ये मुझे एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन ये है मेरा. बिकॉज आई वांट टू वॉच दैट. आई विल फाइंड अ लिंक, मेरे पास मिल जाएगा, लेकिन ये मुश्किल है यार देखना दोनों मैचेस. फिर क्या होता है ना, व्हेन आई एम वाचिंग ऑन द लैपटॉप बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है विद द स्ट्रीम गोइंग ऑन. Yes, big up to you as well. Absolutely. Zoeb, दुश्मन ना करे दोस्त ना वो काम किया है बेंजिमा का कॉलर ट्यून. Nice one, nice one. Becoming one of my favorite channels. 4 to collab in future. Why not? Why not? Yeah, मतलब anyone I'm open. Simply put, I'm open. It's just about connecting. और यार even like I was also open to fans coming on. आप जानते ही हो जो people देख रहे हैं बहुत लोग से बहुत दिनों से, like we are always open to interact. मतलब for me it's just a set of friends, chilling, watching football together. That's how I feel. सक्षम मैं बढ़िया भाई, आप कैसे हो? होपफुली आप भी अच्छे हो और अपने प्रेडिक्शंस डालिए सब लोग. पुटिंग स्कोर प्रेडिक्शंस. फ्रांस भाई बहुत ही बढ़िया क्राउड, बहुत ही बढ़िया सिंग पे ना चेयर कर रहा है, तो इट्स ग्रेट एटमॉस्फेयर. इट इज बेसिकली इन स्टाड दी फ्रांस, आई बिलीव, एंड दैट इज समथिंग दैट इज फ्रांस नेशनल टीम स्टेडियम, सो इट विल बी गुड. बट हाँ, पुट इन प्रेडिक्शंस. Of course, France playing Denmark, that's the main prediction, but also Belgium, Netherlands और Croatia, Austria भी डाल दीजिए. France and Denmark in same World Cup group 2. These two are, yeah, absolutely good point, Doug. Absolutely, that's very important. Well, I didn't message him, bro. I didn't message Syed. तो मैं मैसेज का इंतजार करो जवाब का. Reddit soccer streams नहीं, तो I would say that Sony is what you should follow. Sony Live, hopefully it will give. लेकिन हाँ अंकित भैया, बेल्जियम का मैच स्ट्रीम नहीं हो रहा है. हाँ मुझे लग रहा है यार, टीवी पर तो नहीं आ रहा, लेकिन स्ट्रीम तो डेफिनेटली हो रहा होगा फ्रॉम व्हाट आई नो फ्रॉम सोनी लिव. यहाँ पर और कुछ है. चलो लेट मी, हाँ सोनी लिव का सब्सक्रिप्शन होना जरूरी है. चलो थैंक यू बताने के लिए और मेरा नाइट बर्बाद करने के लिए. लेकिन पता बिग अप टू यार. मैं यहाँ पर क्विकली, इससे पहले कि किक ऑफ शुरू हो जाए, 3 लाइनअप दिखा रहे हैं भाई. 3 लाइनअप दिखा रहे हैं और अपने स्कोर प्रेडिक्शन डाल दीजिए. फ्रांस डेनमार्क, जैसे डग ने बोला है, फ्रांस डेनमार्क आर इन द सेम ग्रुप इन द वर्ल्ड कप, and that's really crucial, or that is something that they will be looking forward to in this game. Lekin are they playing the first teams? Big question. Okay, Paul Pogba, I don't think वो available है. Obvious reason being यार last के matches में United के लिए भी नहीं खेला है उन्होंने, और obviously he's going through a lot personally. I'm assuming that with the transfer etc. he's kind of not fit, both physically and mentally. So I think Paul Pogba is out. लेकिन एंगोलो कांटे में चौमनी, वाओ, मतलब मैं देख रहा हूँ एक यंग जॉनो बी मिकेल जो फुटबॉल भी खेलते थे बहुत, इफ यू रिमेंबर एनीवन आउट देयर, प्लस एन एंगोलो कांटे who can be like a Makelele plus basically a John Obi Mikel plus Michael Ballack, just putting it out there. That's what Chouameni and N'Golo Kante kind of is, the combination of great midfield pair. लेकिन यार Jules Koundé getting ready for Chelsea, क्या playing 3 at the back, playing right center back. जूल्स कुंडे फॉर फ्रांस वही खेलते हैं और वहां पर मिस्टेक्स भी करते हैं. होपफुली इस बार फ्रांस के लिए मिस्टेक्स नहीं करे वहां पर. लेकिन इंटरेस्टिंग, वरान इज सेंटर ऑफ द डिफेंस, एब्सोल्युटली इंटरेस्टिंग. ऑब्वियसली ही इज द लीडर ऑफ द पैक डिफेंस पे, तो क्वाइट पॉसिबल था. लेकिन पवार्ड नहीं खेल रहे. इंटरेस्टिंग, दे प्रेफर कुंडे. आई डोंट नो, मे बी इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज इट्स अ नेशंस लीग, बहुत लंबा सीजन हुआ है. Up front, as I said, Mbappe and Benzema playing, Griezmann in the hole, perfect. बारसा में क्यों नहीं चले Griezmann? मेरे ख्याल से इसलिए क्योंकि वहां पर he wasn't able to play in that hole. That is the best position for Griezmann. और Kingsley Coman जो इस सीजन में बायर्न म्यूनिख के लिए विंग बैक भी खेले हैं, so I think it's perfect. It works well. I am looking forward to this France team perform आज, और प्रॉपर परफॉर्म. मैं खुश होता अगर डेनमार्क में एक जन होता, एंड्रियास स्नेक क्रिस्टियनसन. अगर वो रहते तो मस्त रहता, लेकिन आई बिलीव ही पुल्ड आउट. करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग. इसीलिए यू हैव एंडरसन प्लेइंग, एंडरसन हु प्ले फॉर क्रिस्टल पैलेस. Westergaard, obviously, who's a Leicester City player, is here. Then Mele is a beautiful player. आपके left wing back with the right foot, बहुत अच्छे attacking left wing back है. Daniel Vaz जो एटलेटिको मैड्रिड के लिए खेलते हैं, मतलब decent solid right wing back. Højbjerg and Delaney, I think their midfield is बहुत strong. तो midfield battle काफी अच्छा होगा यार. Højbjerg, Delaney और Kante, Chouameni. आप बोलिए which is the battle you're looking forward to? Dolberg जो impressed in the Euros, wow. And of course Eriksen. अब इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा मेरे ख्याल से. दे विल काइंड ऑफ मैच. एरिक्सन विल प्ले इन द होल बिहाइंड डॉलबर्ग एंड ऑल्सन, ये मुझे लगता है. आप बोलिए आपको क्या लगता है, और आपका स्कोर प्रेडिक्शन भी हो जाए जल्दी से यहाँ पर. और बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स का भी जल्दी से मैं दिखाने वाला हूँ अभी लाइनअप. ऑब्वियसली बेल्जियम 1, नेदरलैंड्स 1. इंटरेस्टिंग. हाँ, बाय द वे, फ्रांस 7 मैचेस कंटिन्यूअसली जीती है, 7 कंसेक्यूटिव विक्ट्रीज. वाओ. डेनमार्क ने फिर भी लास्ट मैच हारा था स्कॉटलैंड के साथ, आई थिंक वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाइंग, लेकिन वो इनकॉन्सिक्वेंशियल था उनके लिए, वो ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाई कर चुके थे. तो आई थिंक ऑन फॉर्म फ्रांस इज ऑब्वियसली बेटर. फ्रांस इज द डिफेंडिंग वर्ल्ड कप चैंप्स, डिफेंडिंग नेशंस लीग चैंप्स. Denmark on the other hand, they did decently well in the Euros. So Belgium, Netherlands on the other hand, आप बोलोगे, I think if I'm not wrong, form wise, आई थिंक बेल्जियम इज नॉट इन अ ग्रेट फॉर्म. हाँ, 2 लास्ट मैच हारे है बेल्जियम, और नेदरलैंड्स 2 लास्ट मैच जीते हैं. तो आई थिंक बेल्जियम are not in a great form. और obviously वो semis हारे थे to France itself 3-2 in basically the Nations League, और that is basically part of the group 4 in League A. Group 2 is what we are talking about. I think group 1 है क्या? Group 1 है शायद France वाला. हाँ, group 1 है. France, Denmark, Croatia और Austria are in group 1, whereas Netherlands, Belgium, Poland and Wales are in group 4. Interesting. तो यहाँ पर क्विकली मैं देखने वाला हूँ कहाँ है भाई अपना नेदरलैंड्स और बेल्जियम. बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स, चलो बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स का क्विकली बताता हूँ. यहाँ पर और कमेंट्स देखूंगा मैं, और डेफिनेटली आई कम टू दैट, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. लाइक कर दीजिए यार, लाइक करना मत भूलना. I'll come to all the comments as much as possible. Yes, if you want to prioritize, there's always a way to prioritize on Almighty Blues FC. आप जानते हो. ये रहा बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स का टीम. क्या हुआ, आ गया ना? हाँ चलो, आ गया टीम. तो देखो यहाँ पर भी यार, आप देखो आजकल इंटरनेशनल टीम्स काफी लोग थ्री द बैक जा रहे हैं. तो दैट इज आई थिंक मोर ऑफ अ आई थिंक इतने सारे जो ऑप्शंस है, इट काइंड ऑफ फिट्स वेल एंड दे कैन डिफेंड वेल एज अ स्ट्रक्चर. Vertonghen, Boyata and Alderweireld. Interesting. Mignolet is in the goal. Castagna, Munier, De Bruyne, Witsel, Hazard, Lukaku. And ये भाई साहब ये कौन है? वनकन. Interesting रहेगा ये. I don't know him much, to be very honest. अच्छा, he plays for Club Brugge. Club Brugge. वनकन. Interesting यार. वो तो यार वनकम. I don't know if you know what. No jokes here. But हाँ, they have Salamakas, who had a decent AC Milan के लिए सीजन. They have Dries Mertens, they have Trossard, Batshuayi, काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग है. करास्को है, ऑब्वियसली टीलेमंस है. आई एम सरप्राइज कि टीलेमंस नहीं खेल रहे. आई एम सरप्राइज कि डी ब्रुयना यहाँ फॉरवर्ड लाइन में नहीं खेल रहे और टीलेमंस नहीं खेल रहे. तो बेल्जियम आर गोइंग अटैकिंग, definitely attacking. Netherlands on the other side, of course, my best team, my favorite team, Bergwijn and Depay playing up front. Interesting. I am not very happy about that. Lekin that is how it is. Bergwijn, he has a space. अगर use करेंगे properly, तो I think he can be effective. Blind, De Jong, Klaassen, Dumfries, Timber, जो heavily linked है along with De Jong to Man United. Van Dijk, Aki और Again, मेरे कुछ प्रेडिक्शंस दूं तो फ्रांस डेफिनेटली बीट करेगी डेनमार्क को. आई एम गोइंग 2-0 टू फ्रांस. आई एम सीइंग 2 फर्स्ट हाफ गोल्स और 2-0 बोल रहा हूं, ठीक है. लेकिन बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स क्लोज रहेगा. आई एम सेइंग कि नेदरलैंड्स विल कंसीड. आई एम नॉट लुकिंग एट बेसिकली वेरी स्ट्रांग काइंड ऑफ डिफेंसिव मिडफील्ड उनका. तो आई एम सीइंग नेदरलैंड्स कंसीड फर्स्ट, लेकिन दे विल कम बैक एंड स्कोर बिकॉज देयर आर पीपल ऑन द बेंच एज वेल. गैक्पो हम कल बात किए थे, बाय द वे, ही इज अ गुड वन. वेगहॉर्स्ट इज अ डिफरेंट ऑप्शन अप फ्रंट. Obviously, De Ligt is on the bench. अगर defensively बहुत ही weak हो, De Vrij is on the bench. I'm guessing for Belgium, Netherlands 2-2. चलो 2-2 करते हैं, high scoring करते हैं. What do you think? और क्रोएशिया ऑस्ट्रिया भी आप डाल दीजिए सब लोग, और मैं काफी कमेंट्स के पास आने वाला हूँ अभी. नेक्स्ट, लेट्स सी. 1-1 tonight. I fancy Holland to beat Belgium 3-2. Wow, I wish that's a game, bro. That will be very interesting. Harshvardhan, always good to see you. And Samim as well saying France. Saurabh saying France. Mahanta saying France. Mbappe, Benzema and Delaney. Okay. आज Benzema लात मार Mbappe को बॉल से ज्यादा. 3-1 to France. Okay. अरे अभिषेक, नाइस टू सी यू. बेल्जियम 1, नेदरलैंड्स 1. ओके, इंटरेस्टिंग, फाइन. मतलब मैं चाहूंगा थोड़ा हाई स्कोरिंग वो वाला. भाई फ्रांस का लाइनअप देख के गलत ही डर लग गया यार. बाय द वे, फ्रांस का है भाई वन ऑफ द, आई थिंक आर्गुएबली द बेस्ट स्क्वाड इन यूरोप. लेकिन यार बेल्जियम वाला गेम अगर कोई देख रहा है ना, प्लीज मुझे बोल देना थोड़ा क्या हो रहा है. आई एम पुटिंग द स्कोर एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू पुट अ टैब, लेकिन वो फॉलो करना इतना डिफिकल्ट है बिकॉज whatever reason. I wish I could have seen the Netherlands game much. लेकिन हाँ, sure I'll tell him the response. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Syed. यार बेंजेमा क्योंकि एम्बापे ने 3-0 France win and 2-1 Belgium win. Okay, yes, Syed is a Liverpool fan. किलियन एम्बापे बेवफा है, लेकिन फ्रांस के लिए भाई दोनों खेलेंगे साथ में. बेंजेमा तो एम्बापे ठुकरा के मेरा प्यार मेरा इंतकाम देखेगी. पासेस फॉर एम्बापे. भाई साहब देखते क्या होता है. आई थिंक होंगे यार, मतलब नेशनल टीम. अरे यार ऑलरेडी फ्रांस से ऑलमोस्ट मिस्टेक करते हुए जूल्स कुंडे somehow kind of defends it. Christensen का pull out game, bro. I can only laugh now. Finally, is Yuri Tielemans not fit for selection or something? He's on the bench. Manav. Yes, he should have started. मुझे लग रहा है ना, they're just going attacking. Again, remember, Nations League का format क्या है? और बेल्जियम knows it very well, क्योंकि लास्ट सीजन क्या हुआ था. तो दे नीड टू टॉप देयर ग्रुप. टू टॉप देयर ग्रुप आई वुड से ऑलमोस्ट ये क्रूशियल मैच है जहां पर द टीम व्हिच विंस इज हैविंग अ वेरी स्ट्रांग होल्ड इन द ग्रुप. ठीक है, तो ग्रुप में अगर टॉप करोगे फिर ही आप सेमीज में पहुंचोगे. तो इसीलिए मेरे ख्याल से दे गोइंग अटैकिंग इज व्हाट माय गेस इज. मतलब आई अगेन और एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग आई डोंट नो, क्योंकि प्लेइंग ओनली विद काइंड ऑफ डेलिनी देयर इज नॉट रियली very clever, but again De Bruyne is great. Denmark 2-1 Eriksen. Okay, interesting, very interesting there. Sorry, not Eleni, Witzel I meant. मैं mix कर दिया Denmark और ये Witzel with De Bruyne. Denmark to Eriksen 1 and Dolberg. Okay, so basically you're saying okay, so Denmark to score 2 and डेनमार्क टू विन. इंटरेस्टिंग. इंडिया कब खेलेगा वर्ल्ड कप भाई? मेरे जिंदगी में तो खेलेगा. मतलब आई एम जस्ट होपफुल ऑफ इट यार. मतलब let's have hope definitely and do our best whatever we can little. Via pull out guys not in the 11 AC. Hello Bhaiya Su the house, thank you for joining. Will PK and Gavi play together next season for Barca? By the way, I have been told that वो fake था tweet, so that tweet was fake. So I'm not going to go with that tweet, of course, Rida. You know what I mean. Do you think Eden Hazard would be part of future Belgium squads, considering the form and injuries for Real Madrid? Well, it all depends on year season. Huh? He has promised Real Madrid fans that he'll be there on the pitch much, and he'd like to win a trophy for Real Madrid. You know, playing a large part. Lekin we know it's not guaranteed at all. So मैं बोलूँगा season by season लो यार. You can't really predict. Welcome for Club Brugge scored against PSG. Okay, he was the guy. I remember now exactly. हाँ करेंगे भाई, बाबा के साथ तो हमेशा करते हैं. You know it. Like it's just that to be honest, ये हफ्ता मैं ऑफ डे टाइम कंटेंट जो करता हूँ usually ये हफ्ता में आया नहीं, तो I thought let me at least meet you guys in the night. That's what I am doing for this week, and of course Nations League भी चल रहे हैं यार, रोज मैचेस. तो अरे यहाँ पर अच्छा गोल होने वाला. अरे नहीं हुआ. Denmark almost scored. Miley at the far post, and I think Loris got a touch, if I'm not wrong. Bhai, France defense was everywhere but defending, man. If not for Hugo Loris or the post. अच्छा, Dolberg with a shot, लेकिन नहीं, वो अच्छा शॉट नहीं था, but it fell to Miley or it hit the post. चाहे तो बोलो यार. Is Daka playing for Belgium? यार पैटसन डाका बेल्जियम थोड़ी है. Patson Daka, I think, if I'm not wrong, let me check. Zambian, right? I'm just checking. Patson Daka is Zambian. Yeah, he's Zambian. Is that what your question was, Mahanta? NS Sports TV in the house. Nipun, bro, how are you? France 1, Denmark 2. Interesting. Why on earth is Hazard captaining Belgium? They should respect Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best players in the world. Manav, I think so. The thing is, Hazard is a Belgian captain. वो change नहीं किए, simply put. और जब भी Hazard खेलते वही captain रहे. So I don't think they've changed. Yeah, he's coming back and he's not proven himself at club level. Like, I think for country, he's always been there or thereabouts. So that's the reason. When will Jules Kounde be announced? I think as soon as they agree, 60 million plus 5 million euros is what the latest rumor is. Also, 5 hours before there was a rumor कि हमने ना formally हमने bid नहीं किया है. So it's all informal. Hopefully over the weekend, they kind of put that together. First thing Monday morning is what I'm guessing. Let's see. I'm just hoping for that. Bayer pass नहीं किया Benzema, Mbappe को, और Mbappe, then Giroud will be forced to start many games to France. That is very unlucky. Yeah, Giroud should be, I think, given a chance to break Henry's record. As much as Henry is obviously a better player, the much larger legacy. I'm not saying that. Like, Giroud, yeah, he deserves it, man. Come on, he's a World Cup winner with France as well, right? But anyway, at the end of the day, Mbappe, Benzema, the better players. Let's be honest about it, right? Which is bigger, Finalissima or Nations League? Can you compare? Dono, Finalissima is a one-off game, which is basically a continental trophy, whereas Nations League UEFA mein hai. So for Europe, Nations League is not as important as the Euros, Lekin on the whole, it's an important tournament because it's in a FIFA World Cup year this year especially. तो मैं बोलता हूँ it's important, लेकिन Finalissima is historic. तो history देखो तो Finalissima, लेकिन actually in terms of usage इस साल में क्या यूज आएगा ज्यादा? Obviously Nations League ज्यादा यूज आएगा यार. इतने सारे टैक्टिक्स प्ले करने को मिल रहे टीम्स को, इतने सारे बेसिकली ऑपोजिशन को रीड करने का मिल रहा है चांस, इतने सारे प्लेयर्स को मौका मिल रहा है. तो आई थिंक नेशंस लीग इज फार इंपॉर्टेंट दिस ईयर compared to Finalissima. लेकिन historically, obviously Finalissima has to be Finalissima because it's so historic, and the fact that Argentina has defended that is good, great for them. अरे यार फ्रांस भाई ये क्या कर दिया, चौमनी थे क्या, डायरेक्टली पास कर दिए डेनमार्क को, नॉट ग्रेट. नॉट टू फॉरगेट ऑस्ट्रिया के साथ में कंसल्टेंट रैग्निक भैया, ओ हाँ ये तो भूल ही गया, वेरी गुड पॉइंट प्रथम. और मैं वो भी ऑन करके रखा भाई, वहां वहां क्या सीन है यार. अपना कोवाचिच खेल रहे क्या, कोवाचिच मॉडरिच, और देखते हैं ब्रोजोविच, पैसेलिच और कोवाचिच. अच्छा मॉडरिच रेस्ट कर रहे हैं लग रहा है. मैं वो भी दिखा देता हूँ क्विकली. बाय द वे सब लोग लाइक कर दीजिए यार, लाइक करना मत भूलना. विदाउट एनी डाउट लेट्स सी. ओके नाउ लेट्स सी, क्रोएशिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रिया का भी गेम हो रहा है, तो वहां पर मैंने दिखाना है 11. सी दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. सो मेरे नजरें किस पर होगी यार, टेल मी एनीवन वाचिंग. चैलेंज स्टार बहुत ही अच्छे सेंटर हाफ स्काउटेड है, ही इज वन. बट आई वाज होपिंग दैट ग्वार्डियोल विल बी प्लेइंग. ग्वार्डियोल क्यों नहीं खेल रहे, इंटरेस्टिंग. सोसा अगेन बहुत ही स्ट्रांगली लिंक्ड है टू चेल्सी. Sosa is very very strongly linked. If I'm not wrong, he plays for Stuttgart. और obviously और कौन है, Kovacic है ही अपना. I'm a Kovacic stan for people who don't know. Brozovic, I think the midfielder of the year in Serie A. बहुत ही अच्छा सीजन रहा फॉर इंटर. He covered Barella at times. Pasalic of course ex Chelsea man. Atalanta के लिए इतना अच्छा सीजन नहीं था compared to last two seasons, लेकिन फिर भी Kramaric obviously always there in the Croatian setup. So decent lineup. I will not say first team है, क्योंकि I cannot see Perisic यहाँ पर. I don't know if Perisic is still there in the Croatian team. Let me check it up. Vrasko, he's not there. The right wing back. Vida, अपना जो is the stalwart in Croatian defense, वो नहीं है. Luka Modric is on the bench. लेकिन भाई साहब ग्वार्डियोल इंजर्ड है क्या, कोई किसी को पता है तो प्लीज बोलिए. आई वाज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू ग्वार्डियोल. मे बी आई एम रॉन्ग. लाइमर, कॉनराड लाइमर ऑफ I think Bayer Leverkusen, if not wrong, he is there in Austria. Arnautovic obviously, Sabitzer, तो काफी अच्छी टीम है भाई. मतलब Leipzig के Sabitzer भी है. Wyman is a decent player. I think Austrian team again. I think Alaba is resting from what I know. Obviously because of the Champions League final. So Alaba is resting. I cannot see Alaba here. But yeah, otherwise decent lineup है. यहाँ पर भी मुझे लगता है it will be a draw, but it will be a 1-1 draw यहाँ पर. That's my call. I don't know about you guys. Let's see. तो यहाँ पर वापस से कमिंग बैक टू द कमेंट्स. पैटसन डाका इज चैंपियन, एग्जैक्टली. थैंक यू ब्रो, थैंक यू. ओके यार डोकू भाई कहाँ, उनका सीजन कैसे था डोकू. आई डोंट नो हाउ सीजन वाज. जेरेमी डोकू रियली प्रॉमिसिंग प्लेयर लग रहे थे, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, ही प्लेज इन रेंथ, राइट, रेंथ in Liga. So I don't know how he did in this season. मैं इतना closely follow नहीं किया Liga, लेकिन हाँ मतलब मैं देख रहा हूँ यहाँ पर. अच्छा, he didn't have many starts, so I'm guessing he was injured. Jeremy Doku, he had about 14 in this season. Kind of strange. Anyway, Belgium good with the ball but open to counters. Tielemans missing. Witsel isn't the sharpest defensively. Yeah, this year you can say that. Argentina versus France, if happens in this World Cup, will be more competitive than to 2018 knockout game. Is Argentina have equal chance? No, beating them. अच्छा, तो यहाँ पर ना मैं मेरे I don't know. I'll just see. I'll show you the World Cup bracket by the way. By the way, match तो भाई क्या ही बोलूँ, मतलब it is kind of end to end but slow paced end to end. ठीक है, तो इसलिए मैं बाकी चीजें शेयर करना चाहूंगा आज थोड़ा सा क्विकली. लेकिन आप ये रहा वर्ल्ड कप ब्रैकेट. ठीक है, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me know. But हाँ, अब वर्ल्ड कप ब्रैकेट देखो तो अर्जेंटीना ग्रुप सी में है, राइट. Do they have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland, right? Whereas France have I think possibly Australia or UAE, Denmark, Tunisia. तो फ्रांस माइट प्ले इंग्लैंड, ठीक है, और ये यहाँ पर आएंगे और वो लोग भिड़ेंगे ग्रुप एच और ग्रुप एफ के विनर्स के साथ. तो अर्जेंटीना फ्रांस भाई फाइनली हो सकता है. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they can play before the final. Correct? I think I'm probably right. So I think these two play. Yeah. Argentina and France can only play in the final, from what I can see. So I cannot see that happening, to be very honest. That's just my prediction. Not that I want a certain particular team. Lida, good call that. Do you think United or Barca will hijack the Koundé deal? So there are strong reports saying that Barcelona, जिनकी सीवीसी डील हुई नहीं थी, they are strongly linked आज वापस से. I don't know from where are they getting the money. I don't see that happening. Honestly speaking, NS Sports TV, bro, I don't see that happening. I see that Jules Koundé will come to Chelsea. United, why man? Matlab, I don't know. Matlab, I think Eric Ten Hag can probably need someone who can play better for the back. I think than Jules Koundé. What did Lukaku do now? यार किया नहीं है बस the fact that जहां तक मुझे मालूम है there was an Italian reporter asking कि भाई can you confirm do you want to come to Inter, are you coming to Italy, what is your चाह क्या है? तो उसने बोला I prefer not to speak. भाई साहब, he had an option to shut their mouth, he didn't do it. ठीक है, maybe he wanted to check with his consult with his PR and then do. By the way, nice counter यहाँ पर डेनमार्क का. I think France kind of sitting back, but हाँ, they cover it. आगे वापस Kingsley Coman comes back and takes the ball. N'Golo Kante with the ball, so obviously it's safe. And then what happened? Telegraph ने report किया है कि yeah, it is real, for real. Telegraph, I would kind of believe, even Simon Phillips has told कि लुकाकू, yes indeed, बेंजेमा का गोल होने वाला है. नहीं हुआ भाई, ये तो गोल होना चाहिए था. That should have been a goal. Good cutback. Benzema was short, लेकिन हाँ, decent positioning of the defender of Denmark. लेकिन हाँ, certainly that is something that Benzema nailed on goal था, नहीं हुआ. तो वो ये टेलीग्राफ ने रिपोर्ट किया है, नहीं वो जाने वाले इटली. व्हाट इफ इंटर मान ले वो 20 मिलियन फी प्लस बाकी काइंड ऑफ 20 मिलियन लोन फी और बाकी काइंड ऑफ ओवर द इयर्स, दैट्स व्हाट द डील इज. ऑप्शन टू बाई. अब देखते हैं मतलब व्हाट हैपेंस. तो टेलीग्राफ ने रिपोर्ट किया, साइमन फिल्म्स ने रिपोर्ट किया है, प्लस लुकाकू ने खुद ने बोला है कि आई हैव नो वर्ड्स. तो वो थोड़ा ही कुड हैव डिफेंडेड इट इजीली, ही डिड नॉट. सो आई फील दैट इट इज एक्चुअली ट्रू. जो रिपोर्ट्स आ रहे वो अपने आप नहीं आते, कुछ ना कुछ थे. ट्रांसफर ऑफ पेरिसिच टू स्पर्स, आई वुड रेट इट एज mighty. Perisic should do well. Why not almighty? Because Perisic is not a person जो हर एक गेम शुरू करे. And what a ball man, what a ball to Benzema. Brilliant ball. किसने दिया था ये बॉल भाई? मतलब what a super ball man, over the top. लेकिन Benzema, he was flanked by two defenders, तो नहीं ले पाए chest पे properly. But yeah, he'll not play 38 games a season in the Premier League. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it's super. Netherlands versus Belgium is going to be an open game. Both teams playing Highland. Yeah, please let me know यार जो भी देख रहा है वहाँ पर in terms of gameplay. Haters were saying Messi is finished. Now they got the answer last night. अरे लीडा, Messi is never finished यार. मतलब even like a player or the goats rather, Messi, Ronaldo हो गए, the Ronaldinhos हो गए, the Henrys हो गए. I would say even of course Ronaldo R9 हो गए, Maradona हो गए. So those are as in footballers who even during the last years still kind of had the footballing brain to perform. तो मतलब वही difference है ना. According to latest reports, Barcelona going to sign an alternative TV deal with Bank of America for 600 million euros. Okay, interesting. If this deal goes through, Barcelona will not sell. हो सकता है. Rather, with Barcelona, will they buy Lewandowski? Because अभी लग रहा है अगर Lewandowski नहीं जाते Barcelona, so looks like he might come to Chelsea. Chelsea are the favorites after Barcelona, is what the word of the town is. ये क्या है भाई? What is wrong with you, Mayank? क्या है मतलब? आप कहाँ से आए हो भाई? कहाँ से आए हो? बोलिए आप कहाँ से आए हो? मतलब प्लीज गिव मी एन आंसर मैन. मयंक, टेरिबल मैन. मतलब हाउ स्टूपिड कैन यू बी? अरे गोल हो गया भाई. ऑफसाइड है क्या? ऑफसाइड. अर्जेंटीना पोर्चुगल वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल और इंडिया पाक वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल. पर्सनली आई वुड रादर वॉच नॉर्थ लंडन डर्बी. Wow, I can't believe that. Bhai, India Pakistan World Cup final any day, man. Any day. Well, I know Argentina, Portugal, Messi, Ronaldo, it'll be once in a lifetime kind of thing. But I don't know, man. Like just that I'm Indian and I know the kind of rivalry, the kind of goosebumps that I get, and that's the only reason. Well, again, if it's your choice, so be it. I respect that. Yeah, true. Benzema भाई क्या खेल रहा है? अद्वै, okay, the mood. Griezmann plays a ball to Benzema. Griezmann for France is different gravy. I always think he was better than Mbappe. Okay, to Griezmann. Thanks for letting me know, Manav. Benzema के जूते ठीक नहीं हुए, इसलिए वो basically shoot नहीं कर पाते. He's getting his shooting boots on. Think about that. Benzema actually knows what his shooting boots are. अभी तक गोल नहीं हुआ ना, तो he's like, चलो कोई नहीं यार. अरे छोड़ो भाई, छोड़ो, ऐसे ही होते हैं. मैं तो यार ब्लॉक मतलब they are not even worth blocking, I would say, man. यार कोई नहीं, नो प्रॉब्लम. यस, बाय द वे बहुत लोग जुड़ गए. तो यार कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग करते हैं. मतलब मैं सोच रहा था दो मैचेस देखेंगे तो वी कुडंट काइंड ऑफ टॉक अ लॉट अपार्ट फ्रॉम बेसिकली द मैच इटसेल्फ. लेकिन पता नहीं लाइक हाउ मेनी अल्ट्रास आर देयर इन द चैट, मतलब मुझे बोलिए। और यस अगेन मैं रीट्वीट करने वाला हूँ, होपफुली इफ यू गाइस कैन जस्ट ट्वीट सो दैट वी हैव मोर पीपल इन, इट विल बी एब्सोल्युटली ब्रिलियंट। देखते हैं यहाँ पर क्विकली, लेट मी जस्ट रीट्वीट सेइंग दैट आई एम लाइव, so that yeah we definitely need more people. So I'm retweeting the one which has the link, तो वहां पर important है। तो let's see, I am just doing it right now। ठीक है, मैं अभी कर लिया हूँ, just now I've just retweeted now again। So yeah, that tweet is will be ideal if you guys can retweet। लेकिन हाँ, अगर likes भी कर सको on my Almighty Sports community page as well as Instagram, brilliant brilliant। और उससे भूलिए मत यार, we have another channel Almighty Sports Plus as well। big up to Talk MU। So everyone watching भाई, सब लोग अभी यार 16 लोग देख रहे, it would mean a lot and trust me it will mean a lot। this guy football versus cancer जो channel है Talk MU is a brother, it will mean a lot if everyone goes and subscribes to this channel, football versus cancer। it is basically his fight against cancer through football, so let's support that cause। and I know as a matter of fact that basically he really has worked hard towards it and he deserves a lot, so please do that। and by the way फुटबॉल वर्सेस कैंसर जिनका चैनल है टॉक एमयू, उन्होंने ही बनाया है ये लेआउट, तो आपको अच्छा लगता है, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर। सो लेट्स एक्चुअली डू दैट। टॉक एमयू, बिग अप टू यू ब्रो। लेकिन हाँ, hopefully you guys can go and subscribe to football versus cancer। Not just you can see on screen, वो tag भी हमेशा रहता है, it is in all our descriptions, it's always tagged football versus cancer in the description in the first few lines, so please go and hit the subscribe button to that as well as Almighty Sports Plus, which is our second channel। Belgium hit the post through Castania, okay, interesting। I am following the what do you say, the ball by ball play। आई एम फॉलोइंग दिस, एक्चुअली मैं ये स्क्रीन पर डालने वाला था लेकिन यार मैं कवर हो जाता हूँ उससे, तो आई डोंट नो इफ आई शुड, लेट मी नो इफ आई शुड। ये मैं डालने वाला था, तो ये आ रहा है बेसिकली, लेट मी नो इफ पीपल वांट दैट, मैं डाल सकता हूँ ये, तो आई विल बी रिएक्टिंग ऑन फ्रांस डेनमार्क और बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स का गेम प्ले आएगा। आई डोंट नो इफ यू गाइस लाइक इट, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट्स। अभी के लिए मैं हटा रहा हूँ, लेकिन हाँ प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ यू वुड लाइक टू हैव दिस व्यू और द अदर वन, और जस्ट full screen। Done, brother, thank you means a lot। Like the tweet, thank you। Come on already, just a few jokes are handled। Arey Adway, chill man, chill, you know it man, as in the jokes and the banters are definitely on, especially when it's a chill watch along, it's definitely on as long as you know your line, and Adway knows that for sure। So again, anyone getting offended, do let me know what is the issue, I will certainly speak to you or the person who's offending you। Absolutely भाई, बैंटर थोड़ा और जोक्स चलता है यार, थोड़ा बहुत चलो, लेट्स हैव इट लाइट। Bergwijn, an underrated bowler। Frankie and Origi will be the players to watch out for the Netherlands versus Belgium match। Okay, interesting। Bergwijn is underrated, मतलब मैं अग्री करता हूँ, लेकिन is he a forward? I don't think he's as good a finisher। Problem वही है, Bergwijn is having very good pace and of course his timing is also very good। जो runs होती है ना उसकी timing of the run brilliant, लेकिन वही है, as a finisher I don't see that। मतलब again people might think otherwise, लेकिन यार लिवरपूल के एक प्लेयर हुआ करते थे on the wing, Dutch, anyone remembers Ryan Babel, अभी भी खेलते हैं if I'm not wrong। he had that kind of thing that एक रन होता था उनका, बहुत अच्छा टाइम रन होता था, but he was a better finisher as well, and he was more agile, just saying out there compared to Bergwijn। Okay, Brazil versus Argentina match, will Argentina keep their unbeaten run or will Brazil try to get the revenge? I think यार by the way नेमार ने किया है, मैंने देखा है काफी कमेंट्स, नेमार का क्या था ना, मतलब he saw Argentina celebrating the way they did, और नेमार का रिएक्शन क्या था, did they win the World Cup or what? Like come on, it's Brazil Argentina, होने वाला है थोड़ा banter, so let's be honest। And for me on paper I know bookies बोल रहे Brazil are the favorite team, लेकिन you have to give to Argentina beat them in the Copa। Argentina on form in terms of the structure, in terms of the confidence, just above Brazil for me। मतलब मैं अभी फॉर्म के हिसाब से बोल रहा हूँ, राइट, और ऑफ कोर्स द मैनेजमेंट जो चल रही है। कैन यू लिंक दिस चैनल? आई हैव लिंक्ड दिस चैनल फुटबॉल क्रिक्स, मैंने लिंक किया है, इट्स इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन, इट्स नॉट इन द टाइटल, इट्स इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन। मैंने किया है, डेफिनेटली किया। फुटबॉल वर्सेस कैंसर इज लिंक्ड एंड आई हैव एक्चुअली इन एवरी डिस्क्रिप्शन आप देखिए चेल्सी पर्सपेक्टिव एंड फुटबॉल वर्सेस कैंसर, 2 चैनल्स में ऐड करता हूँ, but football versus cancer is also linked, so you can definitely find him। don't worry about that। but Mignolet makes a big save। oh okay, interesting। well let's see, मतलब वही है, मतलब I really feel कि यार Gravenberch should be in the Dutch playing 11. आप बोलिए, would you see Gravenberch in the playing 11 or not? I certainly see that. Yes, absolutely. France clearly dominating right now. लेकिन are they dominating in terms of chances? I don't think so. I don't think so. हाँ, करीम बेंजेमा के पास था एक बहुत बढ़िया बॉल, लेकिन आई थिंक जो चांस था माइले का, वो बहुत अच्छा चांस था. That is the only thing. Memphis missed a good chance, very close. Oh man, Memphis man. Like again, do you people think Netherlands का ये main issue है when only Memphis playing up front? Bergwijn is not really forward. Like should they go with Weghorst? एक अपना tall striker हो गया, एक अपना Depay हो गया, who can kind of move around him. I really feel that they should go that way. But again, Louis Van Gaal, I trust the man. I trust the man. Respect to the guy. Arey, big up to you, talking you, bro. As in, again, people, this is a channel. Do check it out as well, along with obviously our channels which are tagged below. Okay, absolutely, man, absolutely, no problem. But thanks for making clear. No problem. 11th तारीख, okay, 11th तारीख Argentina Brazil. What do you think, भैया? Okay, so again, like I said, it's for me on form Argentina, but let's see. अरे भाई, Brathwaite, I did notice that Brathwaite was selected in the Denmark squad. ये क्या किया भाई साहब ने, क्या किया भाई? Barca fans, please help me understand. What has the guy done? Like, oh, Denmark playing dangerous, man. Karim Benzema ने almost ले लिया ball. बहुत ही dangerous play. And man, Karim Benzema, the kind of striker he is, man, the kind of player he is. आप देखो क्या season रहा उसका, brilliant season. He has not kind of been behind at all. और अभी भी after just a week after winning the Champions League, if I'm not wrong, उसने भी कौन सा पांचवा जीता है क्या, पता नहीं. तो Benzema अभी भी he's going for it like a fox in the box, man. Hats off to him. But like, what about Brathwaite? Brathwaite किस मतलब क्या चीज को देखकर वो सिलेक्ट किया गया? I have no idea. He's not in the 11 but in the squad, I believe. Let's see. What I think, Bergwijn is kind of like Kovacic. Kovacic, but a winger Kovacic. I exactly know what you mean. Blind and Dumfries posing Belgium all kinds of problems. Good to know. Manav yaar, thank you. First of all, big up to Manav yaar. Manav, properly, आप जानते हो मैं पागल हूँ Dutch football के बारे में, लेकिन again, for me, last World Cup में ना Dutch team नहीं थी. Kind of something was missing. Maybe I am a fan, लेकिन आप देखो कोई भी वर्ल्ड कप में डच टीम रहती है ना, दे हैव एक स्टांस रहता है यार. डच टीम का एक अलग ही स्पेस रहता है, मतलब एक वर्ल्ड कप का चाव रहता है विद द डच फैंस, ऑल द orange, they are like, that is really good to see. Absolutely brilliant. Belgium badly missing control in midfield. Like we anticipated, क्योंकि I think they have only Witsel or De Bruyne in midfield. Almighty the real good. अरे विवान थॉमस, thank you यार, that means a lot. By the way, like कर दीजिए, आप भूलना मत, और डू सब्सक्राइब अगर आपने नहीं किया दूसरे चैनल को भी. रोनाल्ड कोमन कैसे डिफेंडर थे? मतलब यार मैंने देखा नहीं है, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, इतना तो मतलब मुझे याद नहीं है, लेकिन अगेन आई विश आई वुड हैव सीन द प्राइम रोनाल्ड कोमन. From what I hear and what clips I've seen and what little I've known of, Ronald Koeman was one of the goats in terms of defenders. He was a defender who could actually carry forward. Ronald Koeman and Platini, trust me. And of course, you have as in the German guy and the English guy, as in वो तो नाम ही नहीं दे रहा क्योंकि इतने greats थे, right? तो ये चार जन थे defenders who could actually travel with the ball as a defender. And of course, you can also argue Ruud Gullit भी मैं बोलूंगा, he was a sweeper who could play as an attacking midfielder as well. So that was the kind of person and Ronald Koeman, by the way, he was known for his set pieces. He was really, really good at set pieces. Right back भी खेल, that is an option. Aniket, I hear you absolutely. Right back भी खेल सकते Kunde. France squad is overpowered, but their dedication and structure is not even close to Argentina. What a comment. Probably right, but at the same time, bhai, they are champions of the world. They are champions of the Nations League, so you can't argue much as well. लेकिन you have to give it to Deschamps. Deschamps मुझे लगता था यार, he'll kind of screw it up, but you have to give it to the guy. Based on physics, okay. Perfectly wing back position. Wing back, I'm not sure football players. I've not seen him defend very well. Like, to be very honest about it, I've not seen him defend very well. Okay. 100%. That's what I meant. Gravenberch should play ahead of Klaassen. Also, Tielemans ahead of Witsel. I think Tielemans, I'm not sure about ahead of Witsel. I think both will play. I think De Bruyne को रहना चाहिए one of the three up front. So it should be Lukaku, De Bruyne and Hazard. And on the wing, they should have Belgium. They should have this guy Carrasco. Carrasco बहुत ही अच्छा खेलते हैं on the wing for me. That's just my opinion. I know Castagna has done very well for Leicester. He is also coming back out of a long-term injury last season. लेकिन for me, Carrasco left wing back, right wing back Munier, with Witsel, with Tielemans, with De Bruyne, with Hazard, Lukaku. भाई ये क्या brilliant रहेगा भाई. मतलब मेरे ख्याल से that will cover for Witsel's lack of pace. That's what I feel. क्योंकि Witsel का position is not that bad. Alderweireld, Vertonghen, you have basically your experienced defenders, and Jason Denayer will be a centre back. Let me get a comment out of that. लेकिन हाँ, Wout Workhorse should be bought in place of Memphis because interesting, because of I don't know, Memphis की जगह I'm not quite sure. यहाँ पर injured हुआ लगता कोई, by the way मैंने miss कर दिया एक second के लिए. लेकिन हाँ, I'm also man of human. Has the Dutch national team standard gone so down that they have Memphis? Memphis is not bad. Memphis is not bad. But again, you would have argued that basically, as in, maybe आप बोलोगे कौन है वो डॉर्टमुंड के स्ट्राइकर मालन जो है Marlon was a guy who was touted to be the next Memphis in terms of being a striker. लेकिन unfortunately Marlon ने भी नहीं किया, ठीक है? तो they have to fall back on Memphis. So Memphis यार honestly he has it in him. अगर वो second striker होते, main striker he's not the guy. He's not the guy. So for me second striker, white striker, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. लेकिन हाँ, that's why I'm saying ना maybe Wout Weghorst and Memphis को खिलाना चाहिए. Louis van Gaal has to go 3-5-2 rather than the formation he goes. Virgil van Dijk, De Ligt, Dumfries, De Vrij, or De Jong, Gravenberch, Klaassen, what do you think? Okay. अच्छा, डच का जो टीम है ना, मैं तो जाना चाहूंगा वर्ल्ड कप 11 में. अगर मैं बोलूं वर्जिल वैन डाइक डेफिनेटली, De Ligt डेफिनेटली, De Vrij नहीं, उसका अच्छा सीजन नहीं गया है. डम्फ्रीज डेफिनेटली, नेथन आकी और ब्लिंड के, मैं ब्लिंड के साथ जाऊंगा एज अ स्टार्टर just because वो experience है plus Blind, I think if I'm not wrong, set pieces में he is better. So I think Blind is slightly better than Nathan Ake on set pieces. Nathan Ake coming on if required, लेकिन हाँ Blind because of experience and set pieces. Then you have Virgil van Dijk, और मेरे ख्याल से Blind got the raw deal in Man United. I really believe that. I really genuinely believe that. Right centre back कौन होंगे भाई? Obviously De Ligt होंगे. Right wing back होंगे अपना what do you say, Dumfries. Left wing back, I don't know, Malaysia. Would he be the left wing back? Maybe he did a decent season, I think, with Feyenoord. So I think Malaysia can be the guy at left wing back. Central mid again, मैं बोलूंगा 3 midfielders डालो क्योंकि ग्रावेनबर्ग 2 midfield में इतना अच्छा नहीं खेलते comparatively. तो De Jong तो definitely होंगे, ग्रावेनबर्ग definitely होंगे, और मैं तो बोलता है मार्टिन डे रूम, not a bad option. मतलब आप बोलिए, what do you all think about this starting lineup? And up front, like I said, Depay along with the you have Weghorst. हाँ, Bergwijn to come on. मैं बोलूंगा that's what मेरा lineup है for Netherlands 11. I don't know. You might disagree, you might agree. आप मुझे बोलिए, लेकिन हाँ, by the way, Till बहुत अच्छे, Gus Till. I think कल we took a comment. Gus Till, he's upcoming CDM and DM as well. तो very very interesting वो. लेकिन Klaassen यार बहुत प्रॉमिस दिखाए थे, लेकिन नहीं. मतलब फ्रांस कीपिंग ऑल द पोजीशन इन द वर्ल्ड, लेकिन कुछ इफेक्टिव हो नहीं रहा, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स से. अरे भाई ना वैसे नाइस शॉट, एम्बापे मैन, एम्बापे फाइनली कम्स टू द फोर. लेकिन हाँ, डू यू थिंक नेदरलैंड्स इज वन ऑफ द फेवरेट्स फॉर वर्ल्ड कप 2022? नो, नहीं, वी आर नॉट वन ऑफ द फेवरेट्स, लेकिन दे आर वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स ऑलवेज. पुट इट दैट वे. Seville contact with as Kunde replacement. Denier is not a bad one, not a bad replacement यार. Eriksen to care का मतलब, अरे क्या है यार, क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, मैं समझ नहीं रहा आप. नो प्रॉब्लम. भाई द वे Germany to the rescue of France. Denmark was having a good counter, Germany आ गए rescue करने. Germany भाई, good clearance. Name 5 players whom will you choose if they would be younger and play in this era? बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है. मतलब ऑब्वियसली यार मैं तो अपना फेवरेट प्लेयर साथ ही जाऊंगा. आयन रॉबिन. आई हैड अ ड्रीम, एक ड्रीम था भाई, कभी ना कभी वापस आएगा चेल्सी में, लेकिन नहीं आया. ही वाज आल्सो लिंक्ड टू मिलान, लेकिन नहीं हुआ. आयन रॉबिन, मे बी आई एम बायस्ड. काका, प्राइम काका, ब्रिलियंट प्लेयर. हाँ, आप बोलोगे मे बी Zidane, obviously Zidane is better than Kaka, let's be honest. लेकिन हाँ, मैं काका के लिए जा रहा हूँ in terms of the playmaker, in terms of winger. Maybe I would take Robin. In terms of basically defender, any day I would take central defender John Terry. In terms of fullback, मैं लाता हूँ Ashley Cole. और in terms of striker, interesting. अब चेल्सी फैन बोलोगे यार मैं तो डेफिनेटली डीजे ड्रॉगबा के साथ जाना चाहिए, लेकिन नहीं यार, मैं जाऊंगा थियरी ऑनरी. Thierry Henry was lethal. Or prime Thierry Henry was lethal. Let me be very honest about that. Uh, KDB friendly. If this Dutch squad had Robin van Persie in class, Huntelaar भाई, मतलब I still remember जब वो Real Madrid गए थे ना, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. AC Milan में भी, लेकिन हाँ, unfortunately नहीं चला. Robin van Persie was great actually. Could have been 3-0 already given the toss. Okay, fair enough. लेकिन what about Ruud van Nistelrooy? What about Roy Mackay? Those are the guys, man. मेसी को वर्ल्ड कप जीतते देखना है और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट अभिषेक. मतलब ही हैज अ गुड चांस, दैट आई कैन से. चांस तो डेफिनेटली है, बिकॉज द फॉर्म जो दिखा रहे अर्जेंटीना, दे डू हैव अ चांस. Different Lukaku, Man United ruined Lukaku, unfinished business. Look who's back. He is a coward. अगर वो सच है reports, that's one. KDB friendly. Do you feel Real Madrid need Chouamani? Very good question. They don't need a Chouamani. I think they don't need. Casemiro is very good यार. मतलब ऐसे भी I know that he's not had the best season, लेकिन भाई काफी अच्छा है. और भाई Denmark keeping the ball in play, nice one. Certainly Chouamani is something that kind of suits Real Madrid as a team, definitely. लेकिन would they be brave enough to drop Casemiro for Chouamani? I'm not sure. That's my only question. तो वो हो सकता है अगर there is another top club giving him first team football, maybe like a Chelsea. Hopefully बात तो try तो कर रहे होंगे. I'm just saying that kind of suits him better. लेकिन हाँ, as a team, as in terms of formation, definitely yeah, भाई 4-3-3 is good for him. Do you think Benzema and Mbappe would be cool with one another after the Real Madrid transfer? तुषार, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक्स ज्वाइन करने के लिए. होपफुली आप लाइक कर दियो स्ट्रीम को. लेकिन हाँ, डेफिनेटली भाई, मतलब दे विल बी ओके विद इट. On in the national team squad, I think they have to be okay. Benzema is a senior player, but obviously offline they're not okay. They're not okay offline. But on pitch they should be okay. It's something that they will go. Big up to Solo from the Man United agenda. Bro, how are you? Let me know your score predictions for France, Denmark, as well as the Belgium, Netherlands, and Croatia, Austria. But Man United agenda, people, do check them out. Great channel. Hopefully, I'll be there on their channel on 10th of June. Lukaku injured, hamstring injury. Trossard or Hazard likely to play the striker role? भाई साहब, लुकाकू भाई क्या चल रहा है उसका? क्या रहा है? हार्डली खेलता है, इंजर हो गया है. चलो कोई नहीं, होता है. मतलब you can't say anything. Trossard is a decent player of course, लेकिन I was hoping Batshuayi और Origi will be on, नहीं? Kind of strange that Trossard को पहले लाए हैं. But anyway, it's Nations League, who knows. Batshuayi है. अच्छा, Origi नहीं है, sorry. I can see Trossard was an option, yes, absolutely. Batshuayi was an option. Who else was an option? वही थे, मतलब in terms of striker, Dries Mertens आ जाते हैं. Kind of strange. Brathwaite is doing warm up. Luke De Jong को भूल गए. Yeah, Luke De Jong is also an option. Absolutely, Luke De Jong is an option, definitely for Netherlands. मतलब वो एक option of the bench होंगे, not a starter. I still prefer Weghorst over Luke De Jong. मतलब that's just because of Weghorst का overall play. Luke De Jong is probably one of the better headers of the ball in Europe. आप बोल सकते हो on his form. And kind of Sevilla treated him badly, I feel, in the end. Like, again, maybe they needed that. I don't know. Maybe he needed first team football. But let's see. Well, I know he's going back to Sevilla from what I know. लेकिन certainly for Netherlands काफी हो सकते हैं effective from the bench. अच्छा, चलो, फ्रांस अटैक कर रहे थे, लेकिन फाइनली आई थिंक एक फ्री किक मिल गया है. दे फाउल हॉयबर्ग. ग्रीजमैन फाउल्स हॉयबर्ग. FIFA 22 की लाइव स्ट्रीम कर लो गेमिंग. यार मैं FIFA 19 है मेरे पास, so I don't know if you guys are okay with FIFA 19. It's kind of retro gaming. मैं करूंगा तो वो करूंगा, लेकिन हाँ, we are planning some other content as well, so don't worry about that. It's just this week आपको मिल रहा है more WatchAlongs because रोज मैच चल रहे हैं, तो there's so much to talk about the game and of course transfers भी चल रहे हैं. ब्लिंड इज प्लेइंग लेफ्ट विंग बैक, यस, आके लेफ्ट सेंटर बैक, वो मैंने देखा है ऑलरेडी, दिखाया भी था टीम में, लेकिन हाँ, डिफेंसिवली स्ट्रॉन्ग नेदरलैंड्स. Gus still need to start for creativity those through midfield. Also, Blind misses by a whisker. Dutch on the up. Okay, thank you, Mana, for the update. For everyone, thank you. Gnabry suited to which club's philosophy according to you? Okay. Gnabry is someone जो again I don't think वो defensively उसको defensive duties दो, ठीक है, तो he needs the Real Madrid. He needs the Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid के लिए अच्छे सूट होते हैं, लेकिन again the fact is Real Madrid को चाहिए क्या, क्योंकि I think on the right wing they probably need someone with the little bit defensive qualities like a Valverde. मैं तो बोलता हूँ in big games, not in all games. No problem, Adway. Big up to you. Good night, Adway. Yes. How many years of your football watching you saw Ronaldinho play? So Ronaldinho, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Talk MU bro is in the house and anyone Ultra is in the house. So I think he broke through really. सच में बोलूँ तो हाँ, PSG के लिए खेलते थे 2000 के बाद में, if I remember right. लेकिन 2002 वर्ल्ड कप में उन्होंने एक्चुअली एक फ्री किक लिया था, if I remember right, और वो डेविड सीमन को बीट किए थे. बहुत ही बढ़िया अटेम्प्ट, बहुत ही बढ़िया गोल. So that is when he really broke through. Then आया 2004 का चैंपियंस लीग, ठीक है, 2000, अरे यहाँ पर डेनमार्क प्लेइंग पिंग पोंग और दे रहे चांस फ्रांस को, लेकिन हाँ, so basically from 2002 onwards is when I watched Ronaldinho, if I'm really being honest about it. अंकित भाई, आप फुटबॉल कब से देख रहे हो, कौन सीजन? अच्छा, तो मैं काफी बार बोला हूँ. मुजाहिद, बाय द वे, थैंक यू ज्वाइन करने के लिए, लाइक कर दीजिए और डू सब्सक्राइब टू ऑलमाइटी स्पोर्ट्स प्लस भी हमारा दूसरा चैनल, एंड फुटबॉल वर्सेस कैंसर जो नीचे लिंक पर डिस्क्रिप्शन पर लिंक है. अच्छा, तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ इंटरनेशनल फुटबॉल. मेरा फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल फुटबॉल था जब मैं लिटरली बहुत ही एकदम लिटरली बेबी था, ऑलमोस्ट आप बोल सकते हो, नॉट बेबी बट यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. जब I was just getting my senses. 94 वर्ल्ड कप मुझे याद है, 92 क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप, 94 फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप, 98 फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप, 96 यूरोस, 2000 यूरोस, 2002 वर्ल्ड कप, और 2099 was of my first year as a Champions League. लेकिन 2002 was my first year in terms of game in game out proper. होता है लीग, चैंपियंस लीग पुट टुगेदर, 2002-2003 सीजन, और वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सीजन था चेल्सी के लिए भी. तो दैट वाज व्हाट इट वाज. लेकिन हाँ, जनरली फुटबॉल तो 94 से शुरू हो गया था, बट चैंपियंस लीग 99 और लीग 2002. अरे भाई, डेनमार्क विद अ ग्रेट चांस. माइले यार, माइले अगेन. माइले इज द गाय. बेल्जियम मिडफील्ड failing to exist under the press, wing backs not falling back well. Okay, Bergwijn missing another good chance. भाई यही मैं बोला ना, Bergwijn chance creation is not an issue with Bergwijn. Chance getting on to the end of chances not an issue. Finishing chances is the major issue with Bergwijn. Benzema will be like Giroud is better than नहीं यार, ऐसे नहीं बोलेंगे. I think. Do you think we need Dembele in Chelsea? Yeah, what is Ziyech of Dembele? What about Ziyech? हाँ, तो that is the reason why Ziyech has been touted as the one जो जाएंगे बाहर अगर Dembele आ जाते. But I would say भाई दोनों को रखो. हाँ, very kind of similar position, not similar players. लेकिन मैं तो बोलूंगा दोनों को रखो भाई. आप प्रॉमिस करो यार, तेरे को 30 मैच देंगे, टोटल 60 मैच होते सीजन में. हाँ, लीग में इज अ बिग क्वेश्चन. एनीवे, Ziyech is not suited Premier League as much, तो try Dembele there as a start. नहीं चला तो Ziyech है ही आपके, और you rotate. तो we need that यार, we need भाई करते हैं. I don't know why is it modern Chelsea teams में they don't do that. They need to do that. Manager needs to be managing that better. होना चाहिए भाई, होता है. अगेन वी नीड टू सीक टू बी अ मैन सिटी ना. तो मैन सिटी का आप देखो, मैन सिटी का यू हैव मारेज, यू हैव बर्नार्डो सिल्वा, यू हैव फोर्डन, 3 प्लेयर्स ऑफ सिमिलर नेचर, फिर भी वो लोग खेलते हैं, राइट? तो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. इट्स अबाउट मैनेजिंग द प्लेयर्स. मैं तो रखता हूँ यार दोनों को, अभिषेक, लेकिन वही है, चांसेस है कि जाएंगे वो. नेदरलैंड्स एंड बेल्जियम हैव द सेम प्रॉब्लम, दे डोंट हैव अ लीथल स्ट्राइकर. बेल्जियम का फिर भी टेक्निकली है, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. I don't know how the Netherlands haven't scored up till now. Another opening goes begging. Belgium looking oblivious. Men versus boys. I think KDB का statement has kind of worked against Belgium team in the mind, saying यार friendly है, KDB बोल रहा है तो क्या है, और वो खेल रहा है by the way. Fiorentina Perez genuinely wants to help Barca. Major sources. Interesting. Just think if Ronaldo would have this team in his Real Madrid days and Messi would have been Barca days. दैट मतलब काफी अच्छा रहता. लेकिन आप ये भी आर्ग्यू करते ना, बेंजेमा वो प्लेयर नहीं रहते. यू कैन आर्ग्यू, आई नो ही वाज स्टिल ग्रेट बट नॉट एज गुड एज व्हाट ही वाज दिस सीजन, राइट? तो यू कैन आर्ग्यू मैन, यू कांट गेट बोथ द थिंग्स. दैट्स व्हाट मैं बोलूंगा. व्हाट इफ पेप नेवर लेफ्ट बार्सा? यार वो आज के दिन में होता नहीं है, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. लेकिन hypothetically बोलते हैं, चलो what if he did not leave Barca, then Messi wouldn't have left Barca, that is a surety, क्योंकि पेप लिटरली पूजा करते हैं उसके. लेकिन उतना ही नहीं, काफी चेंजेस मैं तो देखता, like maybe at a point he would have got maybe Mario Götze to Barca, just putting it out there, you know, such kind of transfers हो जाते हैं, who knows. नहीं यार, मैं कभी गया नहीं हूँ. That is one of my lifelong dreams. Of course it is my lifelong dream. तो यहाँ पर what a challenge man. ग्रीजमैन भाई साहब आज काफी टैकल्स थ्रो कर रहे हैं आप. डेनमार्क लेकिन वापस से पोजीशन रखते हुए. Would you want Dembele or Neymar in Chelsea? Okay, if you're giving me one, definitely without a shadow of a doubt Neymar. और जो भी Chelsea fan बोल रहा है Neymar नहीं, please यार bring them to me. Again, I'm not comparing clubs or I'm not comparing careers. I'm comparing basically the players. Neymar is more reliable, simply put, than Dembele in terms of injury, in terms of basically, you know, experience, exposure, in terms of, you know, playing more on the Tuchel, more recently on the Tuchel. So, lot of reasons by leadership compared to, you know, say Dembele. That's the only reason. Many reasons. Is it true Juventus have offered 130k a week to Pogba? I don't know the maths. 8 million is what we are talking about. 8 million euros is what you're talking, if I'm not wrong, per year, or plus bonuses. अरे गोल होने वाले नहीं हो. Nice cross by Denmark, man. और Loris to the rescue, but by the way यार, ये Dolberg जो है, I was thinking that he'll probably make a big move यार, going Euros के बाद. Kind of strange. या हर्षवर्धन 100% आई एग्री. वो एक प्रॉब्लम थी, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम आप ये भी बोल सकते हो कि मे बी वो जो प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं थी उस वर्ल्ड कप में, दैट इज व्हाई फ्रांस वन. उस समय काफी चल रहा था उनके बीच में. और वो विंगर का नाम बोल रहा हूँ भाई, मेरी याददाश्त क्या हो गया, बेबी बेसिकली 1 o'clock in the night. बट वो मार्से का विंगर था ना, दोनों की लड़ाई हुई थी, मतलब मेजर. What will be Haaland output this season according to you? Will he gel in easily in the first season? Come on, with Pep being there, I don't see him flopping. But again, Zlatan ने flop किया है, so it's down to Haaland's attitude. Really, it's down to his attitude. If he's down to kind of, you know, just go with Pep, करो जो Pep बोल रहे, I think he'll succeed. Let me be honest about it. As long as वो करेगा, वो ही है. मतलब हाँ, बोल सकते हो वर्नर came to the Premier League नहीं किया, लेकिन two different players altogether. Haaland will, वो एक है यार, एक मेंटालिटी मॉन्स्टर है जहां तक मुझे मालूम. He's not a Lukaku. Again, I might be wrong. That's my prediction, Kunal. England don't have a proper striker after Kane, a complete forward, probably Tammy. नहीं यार, मैं disagree करना चाहूंगा. I think that they do have, again, the Evertonian striker, England striker. Let's see, Everton. मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, 1 बजे रात को, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ आज प्लेयर नहीं. I don't know what is happening, but obviously I am talking about, मुझे actually Dominic Calvert-Lewin नाम भूल गया. Can you believe it? होता है कभी कभी. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he didn't have a great season. He was injured. I really believe that he's a good striker. Dominic Calvert-Lewin can be that guy. I really genuinely believe that. Tammy is brilliant, but Tammy has shortcomings. Abhi bhi. Dominic Calvert-Lewin can be a complete striker. I really believe that. Yeah, 7. Then came Prime Barca, greatest ever. I have gone on record. By the way, मैंने एक वीडियो किया था Almighty Sports Plus यार, the biggest I think comebacks of basically, you know, we are talking about Champions League. तो उसमें मैंने रेफर किया था the Barca of those 2008, 9, 10, 11 was a different Barca यार, probably the greatest of all time. I agree with that. Foden probably after KDB कैंप खेल गया आके. ओके, यहाँ पर और कमेंट लेते हैं. एंड बर्गवाइन स्कोर्स अ स्क्रीमर. मैंने मिस कर दिया है यहाँ पर, थैंक यू. आई मिस्ड इट लिटरली. खुला है मैच दूसरे टाइम में, लेकिन आई वाज जस्ट चेकिंग द कमेंट्स. 40th minute goal by Steven Bergwijn, finally assisted by Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong ने किया है assist to Bergwijn. Interesting. और as per this website, they are saying that definitely de Jong has been the player of the match अभी तक. Belgium versus Netherlands. हाई स्कोरिंग हो जाए भाई, और एक गोल मार दो भाई. थैंक यू मानव बोलने के लिए. यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन भी कर रहे हैं बाय द वे. अगेन विट्सल नोवेयर टू बी सीन. फ्रैंकी विद अ गुड बॉल, लॉट ऑफ स्पेस आउटसाइड द बॉक्स. थैंक यू भाई. पहचाना लाइव कर रहा हूँ. पहचाना नहीं, लेकिन हाँ, आई अंडरस्टैंड, नो प्रॉब्लम. आकर यहाँ बॉम्ब मत करिए, ठीक है. आई रेस्पेक्ट यू एंड बिग अप टू यू. आपके चैनल को भी बहुत, यू नो, प्रोग्रेस मिले, लेकिन आकर यहाँ बॉम्ब मत करिए. तो आप आइए, सपोर्ट करिए, तो अलग बात है. If you want to come and advertise, you know, don't be my guest. Simply put, right? So exactly, I am getting what you're trying to say. आपने मेरे Instagram पोस्ट में भी किया था 2-3 बार. आप प्लीज मत करिए, अभी हाँ बंद कर दीजिए, मैं डायरेक्टली बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है, नथिंग। और पीपल हु एक्चुअली फॉलो माय चैनल फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम नो दैट मैं लिटरली हर एक चैनल को सपोर्ट करता हूँ, हर एक चैनल को। लेकिन आप आकर ऐसे बॉम्ब करोगे ना, मैं भी कर रहा हूँ लाइव और ऑल दैट, वो नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है, वो गलत बात है थोड़ी। एम्बापे इंजर्ड पीपल, एम्बापे इंजर्ड, क्या हो रहा है आज? एम्बापे इंजर्ड, लुकाकू इंजर्ड, या तो they want rest, I guess. They want to go to the beach sooner. Just saying out there. Netherlands scored. Yeah, thanks Harshvardhan V. Absolutely. If Messi and Ronaldo will make a starting 11, left wing goes to Payet, striker to Mario Götze. Interesting, nice. Goal Belgium, Bergwijn का goal मारा है. Absolutely. You said Pep likes Messi a lot. Then why didn't they bring to Man City? तो आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट मैन सिटी भी ना, मतलब हाँ, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग काफी रिपोर्ट्स थे कि आने वाले टू मैन सिटी, बट आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट मैन सिटी। आई थिंक पेप बिलीव दैट मैन सिटी में दे वांटेड मोर अ टीम कल्चर, डिडंट वांट अ फोकल पॉइंट, or they wanted that kind of atmosphere, plus the fact that Messi could be basically, I don't know whether he really wanted to come to Man City, who knows. Dimitri Payet, Dimitri Payet, man, I kind of miss him in the Premier League. I really miss him. मतलब मार्से के लिए he's probably played as a striker बहुत मैचेस में इस सीजन में, और मार्से didn't do badly. Mbappe is off, people. Mbappe is off, और वैसे ही हाफ टाइम हो गया है. हाफ टाइम इज डन एंड यस, यहाँ पर मैं क्विकली देख रहा हूँ क्या हुआ सब्स्टिट्यूशन. तो लेट्स सी, फ्रांस के लिए अच्छा, आई डोंट थिंक एम्बापे ने सब्स्टिट्यूट करवाया अपने आप को. एम्बापे इज ऑफ बिकॉज हाफ टाइम होने वाला तो साइडलाइन में चल रहे थे बस. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं मतलब सेकंड हाफ में आएंगे कि नहीं आएंगे. लेट्स कंफर्म दैट. लेकिन द फैक्ट कि यहाँ पर फॉर द नेदरलैंड्स ऑब्वियसली देयर वाज, अच्छा नॉट नेदरलैंड्स, सॉरी, फॉर बेल्जियम देयर वाज अ सब्स्टिट्यूशन अर्ली बिकॉज लुकाकू इंजर्ड थे और ट्रोसार्ड केम ऑन, but it didn't work because as per Manav and rest of the chat, Netherlands has been dominating in terms of chances. काफी chances बनाए especially Bergwijn ने, लेकिन finally he got to the end or scored off a Frankie de Jong assist. Brilliant. As a Netherlands fan, can't be happier. I just want Netherlands to reach the finals of all tournaments as possible. भाई जीत जाओ भाई, आपके मेजर टूर्नामेंट मिसिंग है. I don't care. Like आप बोल रहे थे, बहुत लोग बोल रहे थे अर्जेंटीना फिनलिसिमा इतना क्यों सेलिब्रेट करिए भाई, इट्स अ मेजर टूर्नामेंट, it counts in history. Netherlands have been missing that lot of tournaments. Just go on to win it, यार. I don't mind it. I was disappointed when Netherlands हारी थी पोर्चुगल को in the first Nations League, as much as वो friendlies बोलो. That's what I'm saying. लेकिन हाँ, आप बोलिए इन द फ्रांस वर्सेस डेनमार्क गेम, व्हाट हैज स्टूड आउट. लाइक फॉर मी, आई हैव टू गिव हैट्स ऑफ टू बेंजेमा, मैन. इतना kind of hectic season के बाद भी he's giving it all, man. Hats off to the guy. लेकिन obviously in terms of the game, I don't think the major chances थे. हाँ, डेनमार्क के लिए माइले was very good. I have to say माइले on the left wing काफी अच्छे थे. चौमिनी काफी अच्छा किया है फ्रांस के लिए, absolutely brilliant interceptions. Højbjerg has done decently for Denmark as well. Lekin, like I said, I think Miley has to be the guy, and Benzema is just that, there's the energy, man. I love it. This season especially. ये क्या गोल बेल्जियम, बर्गवाइन क्या गोल मारा? अच्छा, यू मीन नेदरलैंड्स, ओके. यहाँ पर was Zlatan a flop at United? Why would you call him a flop? No. Maybe he's just questioning me. I don't know, man. I know that you like to kind of get me in that to be clipped kind of a scene. Zlatan, how can he be a flop, man? Zlatan won Man United the last trophy that they won. No way a flop. No way a flop. Goal Netherlands, Bergwijn Kamara, absolutely. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, yes, he's the guy. I still don't get it why a club gives loyalty bonus to a player that left your club. Seriously. Well, I think it's all about. I think the deal है ना, it's about the contract, the agreement, the deal. वो एक formality होती है, वो करना पड़ता है भाई. That's simply put. Bamford, Wilson and even Tony. Tony is good, but Bamford, problem है यार, the way national teams play ना, Bamford somehow does not fit for me. मतलब Leeds played a very different style. उस style के लिए बहुत ही बढ़िया है, proper counter attack. लेकिन I don't see a lot of national teams playing, especially England. England के साथ teams actually like Warner नहीं चलेगी इंग्लैंड की टीम में. Just putting it out there. That's what even Bamford is on the other flank. But I would say Dominic Calvert-Lewin more complete है. Tony more complete hai. I certainly believe in that. KDB when talking about Haaland was like my numbers will increase. उसने बोला है by the way, it's good to have a striker who जो मारेगा 20-25 गोल. तो देखते हैं pressure on Haaland. Netherlands denied a penalty. अंकित भैया 3-4 वीडियो बना दो हैंडबॉल रूल एक्सप्लेन करते हुए. समझ यार हैंडबॉल ना, मैं आज सच में बोलूं मानो मैं भी कुछ कंफ्यूज हो गया हूं. मतलब इतने साल देखो हैंडबॉल, so many times the rule has changed. Handball even I am confused, but हाँ, interesting about rules etc. भी हम बात करेंगे in detail hopefully in coming days. Benzema black magic. अरे अंकित भाई my chat miss. कौन सा chat था भाई? आप अगर chat miss नहीं करना तो super chat दे दीजिए. Just joking, but you know what I mean. नहीं मैं किया था भाई. Perez genuinely want to help Barca major sources. मैं हंसा भी था. I think that was the chat, Suman. Anyway, when Messi transfer happened, Man City never thought Messi would go. Plus, Man City had just bought Grealish. Yeah, only announcement was left, so they did not. I think नहीं, एक समय था. There was about a month almost जब चल रहा था बहुत ही प्रॉपर चल रहा था कि मेसी टू मैन सिटी होने वाला है. इट वाज इमिनेंट. इट वाज बिटवीन चेल्सी एंड मैन सिटी. वो बात चल रही थी रियल में. तो मुझे याद है, एक बात नहीं बोलूंगा, कम से कम 20 दिन थे. आई रिमेंबर क्लियरली 3 वीक्स प्रॉपर थे. मैन सिटी बॉट रिलीज एट विंडो, वेज बिल वाज अनदर फैक्टर, बट वही है टाइमिंग की बात हो जाती है ना, देन अवेलेबिलिटी की बात हो जाती है. व्हेन दे हैव अ रिलीज अवेलेबल विद यंगर जो रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट ला सके, दैट मे बी वन ऑफ द थिंग्स जो उन्होंने सोचा. और मे बी मेसी हिमसेल्फ जस्ट प्रिफर्ड बेसिकली एंड देन गोइंग विद नेमार. मैन सिटी बॉट रिलीज, ये मैंने ले लिया. चलो, what I feel Pep trying to build Foden to similar way that Messi was to Barca, and us City fans and English rate him highly. I wouldn't say that. Foden is very different. He's not a Messi kind of player. Let me be very honest. हाँ left footed है और जो space पर he's brilliant when he gets that space in the hole. He's brilliant. लेकिन in terms of basically, he's not like a proper dribbler in terms of the skills. He has it in him. लेकिन यार Messi, come on, the way he turns people and all that, Messi has more to him than just doing the skills. People need to realize that. Foden maybe can become that player. That is a point of course football के हिसाब जो बोल रहे हो. Frankie running the show here. De Bruyne यार वहाँ half time हो गया ना. हाँ वहाँ भी half time हो गया. मैं chat slow ले रहा हूँ. De Bruyne looking a shadow of himself. De Bruyne is thinking it as a friendly, remember. Clearly fatigued. Hazard pocketed by Timber. Props to Bergwijn as well. He has worked the hardest probably. Okay. Devesh Patel, thank you. Join करने के लिए thank you. Like कर दीजिए, भूलना मत. Oh, I heard you said Haaland can flop at City like Zlatan. Maybe I misheard you. Sorry. नहीं. What I meant is chances are very less of Haaland to flop at City because of Pep being there, because of इतने सारे opportunities around him. But again, अगर वो flop करते हैं, then it's down to his mind. If he thinks that he's bigger than the club, then only thing. नहीं तो he will not. And of course, he has an attitude which is also required. लेकिन हाँ, there's a very thin line between being confident and being arrogant. वही चीज है. मतलब Zlatan, आप बोल सकते हो 36 का आंकड़ा था Zlatan और Pep के बीच में. That is why that marriage did not really work. But Haaland का it'll certainly work, I believe. How would you rate 2014 World Cup Germany team? Was that scary with Prime, Ozil, Neuer, Kroos, and Muller? And don't forget Andre Schürrle, the guy who put in the cross to, of course, Mario Götze. वो दोनों ही गोट at that point लग रहा था कि मारियो गोट्से फीफा में क्या थे भाई साहब. ब्रिलियंट प्लेयर. और उतना ही नहीं, डॉर्टमंड के लिए बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर थे. रिमेंबर ही लॉस्ट दैट, if I'm not wrong, he had just lost the final, if I remember right, and then went on to win the World Cup. So big up to Mario Götze, absolutely. Or I think finally he moved to Bayern, he came back to Dortmund. लेकिन Andre Schürrle, man, brilliant. मतलब 2014 World Cup, where will I put in history? मैं तो अभी भी बोलूंगा, I felt personally that 2002 World Cup was far better. Maybe थोड़ा old school हूँ, लेकिन उस समय ब्राजील की टीम इतनी अच्छी थी ना, you couldn't have gotten over them, right? That's what I personally feel. लेकिन 2014 World Cup was so brilliant. मैं तो वही पे बोलूँ, 2006 का World Cup पता नहीं कितने लोग को याद है. हम बात करेंगे, by the way, we'll try and cover all the World Cups recently. 2006 का World Cup में Klinsmann, I think if I remember right, he was there. I actually liked his management, man. I don't know, people did not like him. Joachim Low was the assistant. मुझे अच्छा लगा था. That was the year when Messi sent 700 million release clause. Absolutely. Would you want to have Pau Torres or Koundé if you get Koulibaly in Chelsea? If we get Koulibaly in Chelsea, then Koundé. I don't think Dono, Pau Torres, Koulibaly can, kind of coexist along with Thiago Silva, who I still believe will be starting most games in this season. So that is the only reason. नहीं तो if I'm getting Koulibaly, Kunde अगर नहीं मिलते ना Koulibaly, then get Pau Torres without a shadow of a doubt. लेकिन my preference is Pau Torres, by the way. Just if that's what your question is. Foden is trying to become a good false nine, but come on, we can't compare him to Leo Messi in terms of dribbling, vision, and positioning. Coming from a City fan, okay, interesting. यार मैं यहाँ पर ना मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. हाफ टाइम हुआ है और यहाँ पर थर्ड मैच का तो बात ही नहीं किया यार. ऑस्ट्रिया 1-0. ऑस्ट्रिया इज 1-0 ओवर क्रोएशिया. क्या हो रहा है? अर्नाउटोविच विद द गोल. इंटरेस्टिंग. क्रोएशिया लूजिंग इट इन नेशंस लीग. देन ये तो यार मस्ट विन था उनके लिए. Arnautovic, भाई मतलब, do you think Arnautovic kind of missed the bus? He should have stayed in the Premier League, right? Definitely, यार. मुझे तो लगता है. I am going to ask you all one question. यार, people watching, everyone, कितने likes हो गए पहले देखते हैं. आप बोलिए नेशनल टीम में which has been your favorite national team ever, जो भी आप देखे हो in terms of national team at World Cups. कौन सा नेशनल टीम, कौन सा स्क्वाड, कौन सा टीम was the best team on paper and on the pitch? आप प्लीज बोलिए. और यहाँ पर यार ओनली 58 लाइक्स. रियली यार ये रोज रोज का हो गया यार. आई नीड टू बेसिकली रियली रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल. 130 वोट से लेट्स लाइक द स्ट्रीम यार. इट्स जस्ट अ प्रेस ऑफ अ बटन. it's a drill for any YouTuber you're going to, I just a request from everyone. तो हाँ, let's like the stream, let's share it. मैंने ट्वीट किया था with the link, that'll be brilliant. So that we have more people. YouTube का एल्गोरिथम अनफॉर्चुनेटली वैसा ही है ना. आप ज्यादा लाइक नहीं करोगे तो YouTube बताएगा नहीं बाकी लोगों को कि यार ये भी है. मतलब क्या होता है ना, मैं 150 चैनल्स को सब्सक्राइब है और अगर 150 में से 10 चैनल्स अगर लाइव है, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल, और 10 चैनल्स में बेसिकली एक ही चैनल का लाइक ज्यादा है, उस चैनल को आपको रेकमेंड किया जाएगा, बाकी नहीं किया जाएंगे डिस्पाइट यू बीइंग सब्सक्राइब्ड. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग आई एम सेइंग. बट हाँ, इट रियली हेल्प्स दैट आप लोग करो. एंड अगेन डू टेक दैट वोट एंड लेट मी नो which is the all-time best World Cup team जो आप देखे हो in your basically footballing career as a fan. ठीक है. No contact made. गौरव 5 घंटे पहले ये था. ठहर जाइए, वीकेंड है, मंडे मॉर्निंग को होपफुली आई एम होपिंग कि अलग आएगा. आई एम स्टिल फीलिंग कि यार अभी भी टेक्निकली लास्ट आवर्स इन यूके है, होपफुली दे वुड हैव हैड सम कांटेक्ट. लेकिन रूमर्स ये भी बोल रहे गौरव 60 million euros plus 5 million add-ons का गया है in the last couple of hours. I don't know how true it is. I watched Mourinho's 2004-5 Chelsea documentary. What a team! What a yeah, exactly. We were spending like Man City those days. And not just that, actually, हम actually क्या कर रहे थे ना? If you remember, Mourinho was asked, Ronaldinho मना किए थे Mourinho. I don't want Ronaldinho. I want Didier Drogba, and that is what उन्होंने बोला है. तो there was definitely spending a lot of money, yes, लेकिन on the right players which suited Mourinho's style. Drogba wanted to keep the ball. That's how he wanted. तो Mourinho के स्टाइल में सूट किए. Ida Good Johnson, he was definitely there. Very, very important player. Mourinho turned him into a cam, second striker. What a player. What a player. Mourinho got back Crespo. He went on loan. He came back. Brilliant player again. He used him to, his basically advantage. Or of course, Robin. We could have got the best winger out there. Was Robin the best winger out there? Nahi. He was a young guy coming from PSV. लेकिन हमने किया इन्वेस्ट. So there was a lot of investment made in that 2004 summer. Of course, with Peter Cech again, a young goalkeeper. Not many people knew him, honestly speaking. लेकिन वही right fit. Spending a lot of money, but with the right fits, not big names for the sake of it. Drogba भी उस समय इतने बड़े नाम नहीं थे, by the way. Okay, how would you rate 2014? ये मैं ले लिया था. I think मैं पीछे चल गया शायद. चलो यहाँ पर again, Pep and rest of the City players said they would give Holland enough time to adapt. Okay, good for him. और अल्वारेज भी है. By the way, आज अल्वारेज जो लियोन के लिंक्स आ रहे थे. What do you think about that? लोन पे जाएंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे? I think नकार दिया है काफी City sources ने. लेकिन he'll probably not go because they need that extra option, especially अगर Jesus will leave. It probably is looking likely. City have played as a striker in 2019 regularly. Aguero era, yes. Haaland gives City a dimension of playing the long ball behind the defensive line. Also, he may work on ball holding and fits perfectly. Moreover, I think Haaland is काफी underrated on his ball playing skills as well. With Sancho, he really worked well. Sometimes Haaland also used to be in the wing, Sancho used to come center forward and vice versa. तो वो भी चीजें Haaland कर सकते हैं. He runs channels very well as well. So I think you're right. Never lost a competition in which he was part of. Wow, Champions League dream is on. Spain 2010. Okay, M. बोला Spain 2010. Brilliant team, यार. Again, क्या ही तो बोलूं भाई. Fernando Torres in his prime. That was the time, man. I have to say David Villa and all those things. You know, great team, man. Great team. But I would not pick that because obviously उन्होंने हराया था नेदरलैंड्स के टीम को, तो मैं वो पिक नहीं करूंगा just for that reason. लेकिन हाँ, they deserve to be there absolutely. यहाँ पर क्रिस्टोफर इंकुकू आ रहे लग रहा है for France. It looks like Christopher Nkunku is coming on. That's what मुझे दिख रहा है. I don't know if I'm wrong or correct. Let's see. हाँ, क्रिस्टोफर इंकुकू आ रहे. At least he was looking like he's warming up anyway. ब्राजील नेमार जूनियर. ब्राजील ऑलवेज भाई. दिल टूट गया था सेमीफाइनल्स में. नेदरलैंड्स 2010 सुमन, थैंक यू. नेदरलैंड्स 2010, नेदरलैंड्स 2014, ब्रिलियंट फॉर मी. लेकिन हाँ, मैं सच में बोलूं विच वाज एक्चुअली दी टीम जो मुझे वाव की. मैं तो बोलता हूँ 98 फ्रांस. व्हाट अ टीम मैन, व्हाट अ टीम. और जिडान रूल्ड इट. लेकिन हाँ, obviously 2006 World Cup was brilliant World Cup. Just as a neutral, I loved watching 2006 World Cup. As a Dutch fan, obviously 2010 और 2014 मैं सब बोल दिया by the way. Just कोई रहा नहीं. 2018 बचा दिया बस. Spain 2008 to 2012 was the best undoubtedly. Shout out to Netherlands 88 and West Germany 90. I haven't seen them, but great to read and observe them. Absolutely, यार. Thomas Hassler and all those things. मतलब मुझे यार Lothar Matthäus. Of course, 88 Netherlands, man. Van Basten. You had Ruud Gullit. You had Frank Rijkaard. Wow, what a team, man. Edgar Davids in his prime. I'm always Germany fan, so for me, 2014 Germany. Yeah. Thank you, bro. And yes, people, again, जो लोग नहीं किए, please do subscribe to Almighty Sports Plus, which is linked below in the description. And not just that, Football versus Cancer, which is run by TalkMU. TalkMU runs this channel. That's called Football versus Cancer. वो भी linked है नीचे. Yes, hello to AD as well. Big up to AD. How are you? Messi fans of 2014 Argentina for me. That was very painful यार. Penalties में जो हारे थे ना, I thought that Tim Krul will get us over the line, लेकिन नहीं हुआ. Can Hansi Flick change the fortunes for Germany team? By the way, deserved manager of the year in 2020. The way he transformed, he deserved manager of the year in 2020. Yes, लेकिन for me, he's more a club manager. For national team, I think वही है. He's far good a tactician. जिनको खाली इतने ही players दो. You know what I mean? तो for me, as a club, he's one of the most underrated managers. सच में मैं बोल रहा हूँ. लेकिन in terms of country थोड़ा restricted रहते तो interesting रहेगा. अच्छे करेंगे, but again, Germany, I'm not too sure. They don't have such a very easy group as well. नहीं? Germany, Spain. I think they might not top that group, arguably. नहीं देखते हैं. मतलब यहाँ पर मैच वापस से शुरू हो गया है. By the way, देखते हैं यहाँ पर जल्दी से. यार मैं एक्चुअली सोचा था ना एक ऑल टाइम 11 करेंगे फ्रांस का. क्या बोलते हो? मतलब आर यू गाइस इंटरेस्टेड? एक ऑल टाइम 11 मतलब रीसेंट टाइम्स में इन दिस सेंचुरी, इस सेंचुरी का मे बी द दोनों वर्ल्ड कप्स विनिंग साइड्स का मिलाकर एक कंबाइंड 11 करेंगे. आई डोंट नो व्हाट अबाउट दैट. फ्रांस का, दैट बी इंटरेस्टिंग. इफ यू गाइस कैन कम अप विद 11, दैट बी certainly something that I look forward to. Best team was 2002 Brazil, I think. You can argue क्योंकि जैसे मैंने बोला जर्मनी का 2002 टीम I also rated it slightly above 2014 team. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe old school. लेकिन Brazil was better than that. So you have a point, Abhishek, absolutely. लेकिन वही है 98 फ्रांस ने पीक ब्राजील को जो बीट किया है. मैं तो बोलता हूँ 98 फ्रांस. I never saw 98 World Cup. I watched 2006. The Brazil team was also monsters in them. Yeah. Okay. Brazil of 94, yeah, by the way. What about that? Romario. A peak Romario, but they were more like poachers and stuff like that. So I would not call that. Lekin they were also really, really ruthless. Would Argentina have won to 2006? So many greats in the team. Problem is they had Roberto Ayala in his last days, and so defensively काफी weak थी. Gabriel Heinze था, if I remember right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Gabriel Heinze was there. Roberto Ayala was there. They were in the last period as a footballer, especially Roberto Ayala. So they had a lot of options. लेकिन वही है Cameron Izzy and all, man. That was some team, man. नहीं इटली के थे ना. Cameron Izzy का हमेशा I get confused between Italy and Argentina. लेकिन he was some footballer as well. Okay, the 1998 final got spoily with stomach pain to Ronaldo. Yeah, that's true as well. But yeah, overall, you have to give it to Zidane. अरे बेंजेमा गोल होने वाला है डेफिनेटली नहीं अरे पिंग पोंग खेलते हुए भाई पहले हेडर कैस्पर श्माइकल सेविंग इट बट अगेन रिबाउंड नहीं मार पाए. Germany injured? Don't tell me. What's the more impressive achievement? Zambia winning AFCON or Greece winning Euros? Yeah, great question. Superb question. I have to say Greece winning Euros. Absolutely no. But obviously nothing bigger than Leicester winning the Premier League. I think that has to go down in history as a greatest kind of thing which ever happened for me, at least in my lifetime. Leicester winning the Premier League. Lekin that one, Greece winning the Euros, no one saw it. Trust me, no one saw it. I still remember Caristias and all those people. Bhai sahab, Otto Regal, bhai, क्या team थी यार. 1-0 victories. Ronaldo यार रोते रोते मतलब इतना so sad in that final man. Portugal मैंने सोचा था यार जीतेगी 2004, लेकिन I think it was Greece winning the Euros for me. I know Zambia also shout out for sure. ऑल टाइम डच 11, हाँ वो करेंगे भाई, वो भी करेंगे एब्सोल्युटली. ग्रेट क्वेश्चन, एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट क्वेश्चन. इफ ऑल टाइम फ्रांस 11 प्लीज पुट एवरा प्लीज की पता है क्यों मुझे लगता है वो बहुत अनरेटेड है. आई डोंट नो यार, मतलब एवरा या ही वाज ग्रेट फैंटास्टिक भाई, लेकिन आर यू गोइंग टू गो फॉर एवरा ओवर लिजराजू रियली? मतलब सॉरी यार, मतलब लिजराजू हैज टू बी द लेफ्ट बैक, सिंपल. नहीं मतलब आई डोंट नो, मे बी थोड़ा ओल्ड स्कूल हो, बट लेट मी टेक आउट लाइक 1998 का फ्रांस टीम में निकाल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? तो मैं दिखा देता हूँ, आप लोग को भी दिखा दो. चलो 1998 फ्रांस वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड, ठीक है, क्या थी देखते हैं. 1998 वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड में फ्रांस, राइट? तो फ्रांस की क्या टीम थी, कहाँ है भाई फ्रांस, कौन से ग्रुप में थी फ्रांस? एक सेकेंड. हाँ, फ्रांस की ग्रुप सी में. चलो तो लिजरा मैं यहाँ पे शेयर करने वाला 98 वाला, जैसे मैच भाई एक सब्स्टिट्यूशन हो रहा है यहाँ पर. और यार कोई बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स मैच का बोलिए कुछ चेंजेस हुआ है कि नहीं. आई एम सीइंग दैट वहां पर भी 1-0 है अभी तक. चेंजेस हुए हैं हाफ टाइम में. ओनाना इज ऑन फॉर मैनेकन. मतलब इंटरेस्टिंग दैट दे आर स्टिल कीपिंग विद दैट मिडफील्ड, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग. बेल्जियम, हाँ अभी तो गोल स्कोर करना पड़ेगा, तो दे आर स्टिल गोइंग विद दैट अटैकिंग मिडफील्ड. ड्रीस मर्टेंस कम्स ऑन फॉर एडन हजार्ड, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग वो भी. हाँ 90 मिनट्स तो नहीं खेले तो फेयर पॉइंट है, लेकिन हाँ सब लोग यहाँ पर लाइक टारगेट देखिए, सब लोग होपफुली लाइक कर दीजिए जहां तक मैं बोल रहा हूँ. ट्रोसार्ड ऑब्वियसली आ चुके हैं, तो 3 चेंजेस ऑलरेडी फॉर बेल्जियम. क्या लगता है नेदरलैंड्स विल बी एबल टू डिफेंड दैट? I pretty much think that Netherlands will be able to defend. Let's see, maybe I'm wrong. Carrasco आने चाहिए था मेरे लिए anyway. So I am going to be showing here 98 FIFA World Cup का फ्रांस का स्क्वाड. अच्छा, who will you have in all-time France 11 from that squad? Let me know, people. I'll just show so that सब लोग को handy है देखने के लिए. Again, for people out there who might have seen the stats, great. Who might have seen the game, great. मतलब either way आप बोलिए अगर आपको आइडिया. मैं तो मतलब डेफिनेटली मतलब श्योर शॉट होने चाहिए ना. मैं यहाँ पर एक नोट करके रखता हूँ साइड बाय साइड. तो इस टीम से लिजराजू इज अ no brainer for me. Lizarazu has to be there. Again, talk to me, brother, if you're there, do help me out. We are putting a combined 11 of 98 World Cup winning squad France. Benzema with a brilliant, bhai sahab, what a goal. Talk about teams winning World Cups, bhai sahab. France, man, oh, Benzema, what a season he's had. Uske baad he is still running, going end ball पर he is always there, and check it out, man. मतलब 1-2-2-4 क्या बोलोगे, 1-2 दो बार. What a brilliant wing play also by France on the right wing. लेकिन I think it was Benzema who made the goal, who scored the goal. भाई साहब Benzema यार क्या बोलूं भाई, मतलब you have to even the I think एकदम जो strongest है बारसा fans और maybe France के rival fans, I will say that Benzema deserves the respect. This guy is superb, man, superb. Mbappe, अच्छा, oh man, नहीं, Nkunku with a brilliant layoff, by the way. Nkunku with a brilliant layoff. I have to definitely give to Nkunku as well. I think kind of a back heel layoff था, काफी अच्छा back heel layoff. By the way, Giroud kind of layoff था, just saying. लेकिन हाँ, Benzema, man, oh. Kasper Schmeichel beaten. Benzema, hats off man, hats off to Benzema यार. Benzema के लिए हो जाए थोड़ा तालियां, definitely यार. Benzema को thumbs up तो दे दे. चलो, this goes for Karim Benzema, and of course France team for scoring against Denmark. Not that Christensen is there in Denmark, मैं फिर भी celebrate कर रहा हूँ because of the football that I just saw. लेकिन हाँ, I'll come to the comments before I share the France 98 team again. Let's see, कहाँ थे हम? What about 2006 Italy team with Maldini at his prime? And अच्छा, 2006 में Maldini, I would argue that okay, he was still in his prime, yes, but I think probably his prime, I would really say जब मिलान जीती थी ना, जो चैंपियंस लीग जीती थी अगेंस्ट यूवेंटस, 2003-4 था, if I'm wrong, please correct me. That was the prime season for Maldini मेरे लिए, but again 2006 definitely not so far off. And of course 2006 में Cannavaro and Maldini और Nesta, भाई क्या what defense man, definitely यार Italy team. But वही है, मतलब they were more counter attacking. यहाँ पर टॉक अबाउट काउंटर अटैक, भाई राइट विंग प्ले क्या बढ़िया कर रही है फ्रांस, राइट साइड से अटैक कर रही है और बहुत ही वीक है, मे बी बिकॉज माइले जो है ही इज मोर ऑफ एन अटैकिंग लेफ्ट विंग बैक, तो आई थिंक दे आर नॉट एबल टू डिफेंड डेनमार्क ऑन द लेफ्ट विंग बैक पोजीशन. व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग फॉर ग्रीस, भाई नो वन टॉक अबाउट इट, नथिंग वेंट रॉन्ग. 2004 में जो किया था ना, वो लोग ने ओवर अचीव किया था, दैट इज व्हाट इट हैपेंड, ट्रस्ट मी. कोई दे वर एब्सोल्युटली नो एट ऑड्स टू विन दैट टूर्नामेंट यूरो 2004. Thoughts on Denmark 92? Schmeichel carrying the team on his back, one of the greatest goalkeeper performance. Yes, again मैंने देखा नहीं है 92 World Cup और 92 Euro, sorry, but हाँ, definitely for me Denmark, I think they had some of the greats in the 90s. I think most of the greats are, you can argue, were in the 90s. Abhi they are coming back, you know, their golden generation was in the 90s, absolutely. Interesting, but no, but you might follow, you know, so people like to study old football. Like for example, I love following Chelsea's history. So मैं काफी follow करता हूँ Chelsea का history, and I've done that. अरे right wing वापस से भाई open up for Denmark on the left wing. Griezmann and Nkunku भाई, मतलब they are working brilliantly together. Okay, भाई नेदरलैंड्स को इस बार कोई काउंट नहीं कर रहा है, पर इनके पास टिम्बर, यार फिर भी यार Dumfries and Timber, Gravenberch are really promising, really good, but are they great? There are teams with so great players, and not just that. फ्रांस का इतना जेलिंग होती है ना, नेदरलैंड्स का प्रॉब्लम है, द जेलिंग डजंट हैपन, कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है कैंप में हमेशा. That's the main problem in Netherlands. और काफी लोग Netherlands team में ना, they are playing abroad as well. वो also happens compared to maybe in England or maybe to some extent, you know, a lot of other teams. Mertens in for Hazard, yes, that is true. Vieira, Zidane, Henry, these three in all-time level, no doubt. तो चलो अभिषेक के 3 नाम ले लिए, Vieira, Zidane, Henry. Definitely, I agree with them. Bhai, but after this, Benzema will be in all-time 11 of France. Bhai, he made his place. Arguably, yes, arguably. You've had some great strikers in France, some great strikers. अच्छा, talk about strikers who are great. 98 World Cup के बाद किसी को याद है 2000 यूरोस कौन जीता था फ्रांस? 2000 यूरोस में ट्रेजेगे, David Trezeguet, what a player. So there were, UA fans will remember David Trezeguet. What a player, man. I remember those performances like it was yesterday, trust me. Karim Benzema, absolutely. अंकित भाई, इसके बाद कल या परसों मार्का का रिपोर्ट, रियल मैड्रिड इज इंटरेस्टेड इन इनकुकू. आई एम नॉट ओके, लेट्स सी. कोई बैलन डोर दे दो यार बेंजेमा को. अरे मिलेगा, उसको ही मिलेगा भाई. एसी मिलान वन द यूसीएल इन 2003, 4, 7, 8. यस, एब्सोल्युटली 2003, 4 इज द ईयर मैंने बोल रहा था, क्योंकि यार मुझे जो लगा ना 2003, 4, हाँ, फाइनल वाज लाइक पेनल्टी शूटआउट्स पे गया एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. लेकिन यार भाई काका, शेवचेंको, काफू, माल्डिनी, यू नो, आई थिंक कौन थे भाई, पिर्लो, और कौन थे उस टीम में? लेट मी रिमेंबर यार, मैं भूल रहा हूं. गटुसो. Then there was, of course, your Rui Costa was there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rui Costa was there. Then Emerson was there. Emerson, the Brazilian Emerson, he was there. काफी लोग थे भाई. Inzaghi, of course. भाई मतलब what a team, man. What a superb team. What a team. Brilliant team, man. Netherlands 2-0. मैं मिस कर दिया as usual. मैं फ्रांस वाला मैच में कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर रहा हूँ because of it being on TV और ये being on tab. Depay scoring, bhai sahab. Goal. Depay finishes with a clinical strike. 2-0 Netherlands. Depay is played through on goal by Burgess, who did brilliantly this game में, and he buries a low strike across Mignolet. Again, मैंने बोला था Gravenberch should start, लेकिन again, big up to Louis van Gaal, he knows his stuff. Onana loses possession after poor pass from Boyata out from the back, it seems. चलो कोई नहीं. The fact is, Netherlands are 2-0 और मैंने प्रेडिक्ट किया 2-all. हो सकता है 2-all, maybe. I just hope as a Netherlands fan कि यार 2-0 ही रहे. Absolutely. लेकिन ब्रिलियंट डिपाई, यार कॉन्फिडेंस बन जाए उस बंदे का. कॉन्फिडेंस इज की फॉर देम. कांटे भाई कितना स्वेट कर रहे हैं आप, कितना भागे आप. Not expected from Belgium on paper. I think Belgium should be winning. I think the fact that Belgium last time semis तक पहुंच गई थी, टॉप की थी, I think was enough for Roberto Martinez to keep his job. Just saying. Ankit भाई, who are your predicted top 4 in Premiership next season? भाई ये काफी बार मैं बोल चुका हूँ. It's about transfers. It really depends on them. अभी as things stand, I'm still saying Man City first, Liverpool second, Tottenham third और Chelsea fourth. हाँ, I'm hating to say it, लेकिन as things stand के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. I am confident कि यार Chelsea will get over Tottenham. Varane looking injured, people. Varane cramps है, पता नहीं. Again, Witsel loses the ball again. Lackluster, completely no control in midfield, and Boyata isn't good. Denayer should be back. हाँ, वो तो पक्की बात है. Denayer available नहीं थे, नहीं तो Denayer खेलते. Definitely नहीं तो हाँ. Witsel, he needs support. I think Tielemans should be there alongside Witsel. Yeah, what about others? Yeah, Dendonker and वो सब कहाँ गए यार सब? Do you think Mbappe is overshadowing Benzema in France like Ronaldo used to? No, I don't think so. Benzema is still big, man. Benzema is still big. Don't worry about that. I think France में Benzema is still big. हाँ, he's not had so much respect over the years because of obvious reasons. भाई वो विंगर का नाम याद दिला दो यार, किसके साथ लड़ाई हुई थी बेंजेमा की. वो एक था ना, मतलब he was not too tall, a proper winger, right winger. Bhai, how can I forget the Marseille guy? I don't know. I forgot that guy's name. One of those nights that I'm having 1:30 in the morning, by the way. Ankit, this is not happening, though, man. You absolutely. I think it's fair enough. Yeah, Benzema is doing his stuff for France enough. नहीं तो Giroud would have started. All-time France best goalkeeper बताओ. मतलब, to be very honest about it, Barthez, was he that good really? I know काफी अच्छे performances किए थे, but I think French goalkeepers, I would argue, like, again, आप disagree कर सकते हो, लेकिन I would argue that Hugo Lloris for me has been underrated. मतलब मुझे लगता है, I know काफी mistakes है, लेकिन for me he has always been underrated. And even like Mandanda should have played more for France. I felt that for many years. अभी लेकिन एक और आने वाले माइक मैग्नियान आई थिंक इज फ्रेंच राइट, है फ्रांस स्क्वाड में, तो वो होने वाले फॉर मी द ऑल टाइम बेस्ट गोलकीपर इन द फ्यूचर. दैट्स माय कॉल. बेल्जियम की गोल्डन जनरेशन वेस्ट हो गई. अरे हाँ भाई, मैं टू बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट, आई रियली वांटेड व्हेन हजार्ड वाज इन हिज प्राइम, नो आई वांटेड बेल्जियम टू विन इट. और मुझे लग रहा था 2018 वाला जो वर्ल्ड कप था ना भाई, आई वाज रियली फीलिंग दैट इट्स बेल्जियम, बट नहीं होना था. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक फ्रांस की टीम दिखाई, यू नो व्हाई दे वर द चैंपियंस. Gattuso, हाँ मैंने Gattuso बोला था, लेकिन हाँ absolutely animal of a player. Inzaghi as well underrated. Gattuso for me, to be very honest about it, again, Clarence Seedorf मैंने उसको मिस कर दिया था. Gattuso was one guy जो I think on skill alone he wasn't as good as what he was made out to be. सच में मैं बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है, लेकिन the guy was a fighter. He was a Rudiger in midfield. आप बोलो he was a maniac, ठीक है, तो you couldn't get past him. ठीक है, he was a Roy Keane plus a Rudiger at times, लेकिन वही है, as not as consistent as Roy Keane, as not as skillful as Roy Keane. That is why Gattuso नहीं आए थे. By the way, Saliba आ गए भाई. Saliba, I don't know, Arsenal fans might remember him. Saliba, probably बहुत Arsenal fans सोचते हैं कि he should have played for Arsenal more. Saliba is back and Varane is off, so that's interesting. Barthez, very good kind of shots he used to save, but again, I would say Barthez had his moments. Yeah, he had his moments. Do you think Pogba should be in France all-time level? I think Pogba, Deschamps, and Dizard is an amazing midfield. Faizan, respect you, brother. मैं नहीं सोचता यार Pogba, yes, he was a very crucial. Arguably मैं बोलूंगा कांटे होने चाहिए, but not Pogba. ये मेरा argument होगा. As much as Pogba was a better player on stats in the FIFA World Cup, लेकिन I feel that that place kind of goes to other people. और हम बात करेंगे उसके बारे में. Nesta was also a great player for AC Milan back in the day. Dida bhi bhaiya, yeah, Dida, of course, I forgot Dida. Lizarazu, Valbuena, thank you भाई, thank you. मुझे गूगल करने का टाइम नहीं मिला, Valbuena was the guy, Matthew Valbuena. How can I forget my Valbuena? Bhai? Matlab, what a player as well. Proper winger. He reminded me of who? He reminded me of Freddie Lundberg, Valbuena. Benzema will be like Nkunku is my best friend. He is linked to Madrid and playing in Mbappe position. Isn't Upamecano selected for Nations League? He had an average season, but still is relevant. I believe he's not there. Upamecano नहीं है जहां तक मुझे दिखता है. स्क्वाड में तो नहीं है. किम्पेम्बे है. Kimpembe है. The centre half. Pavard है who can also play in centre half, but Upamecano नहीं. Saliba instead was selected, right? So शेवचेंको कैसे था मैंने सुना है यार. अगर आपने ना ओके आई एम प्रीटी श्योर अभिषेक आप मार्को वैन बास्टन के क्लिप्स देखे हो और शेवचेंको के भी क्लिप्स तो देखे होंगे. फॉर मी ही वाज द क्लोजेस्ट थिंग टू मार्को वैन बास्टन पीरियड. अच्छा आप मैं बोलता हूँ क्यों ये बोल रहा हूँ. आप सर्टेन गोल्स देखो शेवचेंको. आई नो पीपल से दैट ही स्कोर्ड मेनी इजी गोल्स बिकॉज काका मेड मोस्ट ऑफ द गोल्स फॉर हिम. भाई नहीं. इन चेल्सी इवन वेयर ही वाज टाउटेड टू बी अ फ्लॉप. और हाँ आर्गुएबली ही वाज अ फ्लॉप. लेकिन डेफिनेटली देयर वर मोमेंट्स. आप याद करो वो कप गेम जहां पर ही स्कोर्ड दैट स्क्रीमर एंड ही मेंट दैट प्रॉपर. अरे इनकुकू यार अच्छा पेस और अच्छा प्रेशर ऑन द डिफेंडर बाय द वे. हां दैट वाज अगेंस्ट स्पर्स. You just check out that goal, Van Basten kind of goal that he could score, or that was Shevchenko. What a technique, man! What brilliant technique Shevchenko had. और वही नहीं, he actually made sure that he worked very hard. He was a hard worker as well. That is what something AC Milan fans loved about Shevchenko. He was not only skillful, technique में बहुत अच्छे थे, plus he was a hard worker. He used to press very well. He used to press really well. I remember that really good. Or runs, man. His runs, काका के साथ जो ट्यूरिंग थी ना, ब्रिलियंट मैन, ब्रिलियंट, सुपर. यू जस्ट वॉच द 2003-4 चैंपियंस लीग रन. आप देखो उसके हाइलाइट्स देखो, शेवचेंको समझाओगे. डू यू हैव एनी इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग मैग्वायर रोनाल्डो फाइट ड्यूरिंग यूनाइटेड प्रैक्टिस सेशन? नहीं यार, I won't agree that this is going to be a rumor at this point in time. There was no point of fighting right now. It's a rumor, definitely. Danish, thank you Danish join करने के लिए. What France is now, but Germany is always be the most feared teams in international football, despite likes of Brazil, Argentina, Spain, Netherlands. Well, you can argue that Germany has always been a good team. Always, you can argue that. And France, there were spells when they were better. So again, it's a cycle, yeah. It's absolutely a cycle. भाई अभी फ्रांस का डिफेंडर ही कितने जस्ट सेंटर बैक देखो, उपमेकानो, कोनाटे, भाई जूमा को भूल गया. जूमा जिनको ना सजा मिली है जस्ट 2 दिन पहले, जूमा को भूल गए हो. वरान, कुंडे, यस सलीबा, यस हर्नांडस, ऑफ कोर्स दोनों हर्नांडस है, थियो हर्नांडस और लूकास हर्नांडस, मेंडी, डीनिया, या एब्सोल्युटली. इज इट रॉबर्ट लेवेंडोव्स्की द क्लोजेस्ट टू वैन बास्टन? नहीं, आई वुड से शेवचेंको मैन. मतलब that arriving in the box with a first time shot. Why? Shevchenko was a natural flow, man. I would say he's the closest. Shevchenko, he's actually, AC Milan fans would know it. Closest, he's called that as well. Definitely. No disrespect. Ballon d'Or winner for a reason. Yeah, but again, the fact that मैंने प्राइम में जब देखा था ना, मुझे लगता है, मतलब again लेवेंडोव्स्की को देखा है, मुझे लगता है लेवेंडोव्स्की overall maybe arguably is a better player. Yes, I'm saying that. लेकिन I think when you're talking about that flair and you're talking about the wow factor, I don't know. I just felt for Shevchenko, man. I have to say. Longley. अच्छा चलो Longley बोल रहे थे आप. Dumfries scored. Wow, one of my favorite right wing back for people who follow me closely. Dumfries scores. Thank you for an assist by Daley Blind. So wing back to wing back looks like beautiful move. Beautiful, man. Awesome. 3-0 Belgium. कितना रेट दोगे यार? बेल्जियम वेरी वीक परफॉर्मेंस. धज्जियां उड़ गई है बेल्जियम की. नेदरलैंड्स होपफुली विन द ग्रुप. लेट्स सी. बाय द वे 4 मैच डेज है इसी मंथ में, तो देखेंगे क्या होता है. Ankit bhai, be as happy as RCB can't hurt you for next 1 year till next IPL starts. Transfer window hurts me yaar every day. What if Messi chose Spain over Argentina? अरे क्यों करता है यार भाई, come on. As in his idol was Maradona, man. Why would he have? मतलब वो कोई चांस ही नहीं था यार. Munier is finished, and I have no shame in saying that. He's in marking blind. Munier was never a defender. Let me tell you. मैं तो Munier को FIFA में भी जब खेलता हूँ ना, तो I play him as a forward. To be very honest about it. Munier was never, he was a great player going forward, never a defender. वही उसका problem था with PSG as well. My grandfather was a fan of Hullet. मैंने तो मोबाइल गेम्स में ही देखा है, रियल लाइफ भाई मैंने रूड हुलिट को देखा है towards the end of his career in national team only. What a player man, what a player. लेकिन वही है, यहाँ गोल होने वाला है डेनमार्क का. What a through ball over the top. France का defense was sleeping, literally sleeping. I can't believe it. Denmark यार कुछ तो है. Cornelius scoring for them. भाई साहब, their substitute scoring, Damsgaard आए हैं, Cornelius आए हैं, और what a ball, what a brilliant ball that was man. Superb delivery. इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई, कुंडे मतलब अगेन नॉट सिंगलिंग आउट कुंडे यहाँ पर, बट जनरली मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, they don't have it in them, you know, in terms of basically keeping. अच्छा नहीं, ऑफसाइड नहीं है. देखो, where was Kunde? Where was Kunde? Please tell me. Where was Kunde? मतलब I shouldn't be blaming him, but maybe because he is linked to Chelsea so strongly, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. लेकिन yeah, Cornelius scores. The goal has been given. 1-1. कुंडे का बैड परफॉर्मेंस रहा है इस मैच में यार, ऑनेस्टली मैं बोलूँ तो. मतलब लॉट ऑफ टाइम में देखो यार, चोमनी सेव्ड हिज एस. Anyway, Netherlands 3-0, that's a good part. लेकिन हाँ, फ्रांस डेनमार्क 1-1 हो गया. डेनमार्क, that's why you have to give it to the team. One of the first teams to qualify for the World Cup for a reason. ठीक है, डेनमार्क है यार, आप देखो यार, not so big players, but they are doing it as a team. Great understanding. What a superb delivery and what a first time finish. We were talking about Van Basten, yeah, nowhere close, but you know what I mean. First time finish by Cornelius, बहुत ही अच्छा finish. Assist by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He actually passed that ball. Really? France, you should be defending better, yeah. You shouldn't be allowing that ball, certainly. Lekin brilliant ball. England and Belgium are some wasting their golden generation. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Norway could be the next big thing in international football. Not really. Come on, like तीन है players, अच्छे players हैं उनके, मतलब not the next big thing, but but you're trying to say that basically वो challenge कर सकती है to be in major tournaments, you know, quite often. वो हो सकता है. Well, कोई नहीं. Belgium playing 3-4-3. Castagna, Witsel, Onana, Munier being pocketed. 4-0 now. Depay with second. अरे यहाँ वहाँ भी गोल हो गया है. मैंने मिस कर दिया. यहाँ पर गोल हो रहा था. By the way, मैं सोचा था इस बार मिस नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन मिस कर दिया वापस से. लेकिन हाँ, Daily Blind with another assist. Depay with another goal. Yes, man. Oranji, you are really doing it, man. Netherlands team, trust me. I hope ये कंटिन्यू करे. लुई वैन गाल जो बोलते हैं ना, he plays defensively and all that, भाई ये क्या है? I know Belgium are weak, जैसे मानव ने बताया, लेकिन it's about basically, you know, Netherlands finishing of the chances. वो एक क्वेश्चन था. 4 गोल्स मारे भाई, 4 गोल्स. Depay with 2. क्या ही बोलोगे आप? लेकिन coordination between Mbappe and Benzema, I'm watching Belgium. यार यहाँ पर ना प्रॉब्लम ये है कि I'm not sure if Mbappe has been 100%. I really feel that. हाँ, मतलब he towards the end of first half you felt that, or Mbappe was taken off, right, for a particular reason. लेकिन हाँ, that was one of the reasons. So I won't really read too much into it. Want to see David Beckham in his modern era? I saw his highlights. What a legend, always. Yeah. अच्छा, ये क्वेश्चन रह गया ना, 5 लोग जो you would like to play in this era. I said Kaka. I said I think I answered the 5. I think I answered Kaka. I answered who else? Robin, John Terry, Ashley Cole. And did I say Henry? Yes, Henry. Or maybe John Terry gets in goal. Alright, bhai sahab. Loris with a save, double save. Denmark are actually probing proper France ka defense, or France ka defense is nowhere. Why are they letting those shots in? Why are they letting those crosses or passes in? I don't know. Kind of weird. और यहाँ पर Incl with a counter on the left wing. Nice pass on the right wing. हाँ भाई, बेंजेमा तो बीच में. हाँ भाई, तू कहाँ जा रहा है? चलो, नाइस. चलो पास करो भाई. कोमन है क्या? अरे यार, कोमन ज्यादा ओवर प्ले कर दिया. कोई नहीं. Tebas and yeah, David Beckham, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, मतलब just to share with you, Abhishek, again, Chelsea fans don't get disheartened. I am a Chelsea fan. Milan fans, I support Milan as well, and of course I support Netherlands as national team. लेकिन मेरे लिए, you know, just because I was exposed more to English and English football more internationally, मैं सबसे पहला जो जर्सी खरीदा था वो था डेविड बेकहम का जर्सी. Trust me, that is the real thing. फिर जो कोल का भी खरीदा था बाय द वे. Again, it's Munier who does nothing blamed with the assist. Clear header, Dutch whipping the floor with Belgians. Thank you, Manav. Thank you, यार आपका throughout the stream आपका जो रहा है commentary on the Dutch game, very brilliant. Ankit Maguire is good for England, bad for United. Kunde is bad for France, but might be good for Chelsea. Okay. So basically, you're asking me to be optimistic. I have to be optimistic. I don't have an option. यहाँ पर Olsen ने अच्छा chance लिया था by the way. यार डेनमार्क के लिए जो प्लेयर्स है ना, दे डोंट प्ले फॉर द बिग बिग क्लब्स एज वेल, बट अगेन दे टर्न अप यार. एलांगा वर्सेस बेल्जियम है ना. एलांगा स्वीडिश है भाई. एलांगा या स्वीडिश है, जस्ट सो यू नो. Belgium need defense, bhai. They are playing like school football. They need a defensive midfielder, I feel. I would say. Carrasco in for Witzel, Batshuayi in as well. Finally, Batshuayi. Okay, thank you, Mana, for giving the update. Netherlands needed this win to go on a run. Abhi just start a football, please. I won't get too excited. At the end of the day, as KDB says, it's a glorified friendly, but a great start. Especially Louis Van Gaal after the announcement that he made. It's probably his first game after that. Second game, sorry. Brilliant, man. I just hope for Louis Van Gaal's sake, for his health, we kind of go deep into the tournament for the national team in World Cup. David Beckham, closest thing in modern football is Jadon Sancho. Not really. Come on. I kind of disagree. David Beckham was not a winger, really. He was more like a right midfielder. You know what I mean? So he was someone like who could play. By the way, AC Milan towards the end, he has played central midfield B. Or even during his starting England days, he has played central midfield B, just to let you know. So David Beckham, in my opinion, was much more, okay. One guy who was touted to be the next David Beckham is another David. You know who is? David Bentley. David Bentley of Tottenham. But he lost interest in football. I think he was the guy. Brilliant crosses. Brilliant. And of course, someone who could actually play as Cam. Jermaine Genius, David Bentley was in the same team, if you remember. Blackburn के लिए भी खेलते थे. I will say मैंने मिलान ट्रायो का इतना नाम सुना है दादाजी से और पापा से. वो मेरे को देखना है कि राइकार्ड गोली. या मैंने नाम लिया ना तीनों. Basically यही तीनों थे in basically late 90s or mid 90s as well. That was a prime. You can say the Dutch team as well. उस समय ना, absolutely. Silesen with the first save of the night. De Bruyne is the only positive for Belgium in the second half. He always is, bro. He always is. Orange Dutch jersey ना, मेरा problem है कि यार मैंने खो दिया है. Problem ये है, तो I need to purchase a new one. Hopefully before the World Cup I'll get a new one. तो मैंने I kind of shifted a lot of cities, a lot of countries ना, तो वहाँ पर somehow I lost the orange one, but I have this one still pending, remaining. Orange वाला, it has been a while, so I need to purchase one definitely. 2014 I think is when I got, but this is 2010 wala, just so you know. I can't lie, France without Pogba dead. There is no creativity without him. People need to respect him more. No, absolutely, bhai. France without Pogba, they are not as good. Absolutely, I agree with that. In terms of creativity, they need that. Lekin I think jo technique they're trying to go three the back. They are trying with basically Chouamini, Kante midfield or तीनों upfront छोड़ दो बस. Like how PSG play, or at times तीनों छोड़ दो ऊपर. तो वैसा try कर रहे हैं. तो maybe Deschamps is trying something new with Kunde maybe fitting better as the right centre back. So that is that thing. Or maybe Pogba nahi hai available. That is one of the reasons. So he's definitely there. But is he a GOAT for France? I have my questions वहाँ पर अभी भी. How about Dele Alli? He could come in some category as well, right? Dele Alli, by the way, he was. I don't know if you guys know. Chelsea fans would probably be knowing. Laker was a guy, na? As in Laker was really good in his youth days. So in those days for England team, it was between Laker and Dele Alli. And Dele Alli ने कहाँ गया और Laker कहाँ गया? मतलब it was bad for Laker, but again, I would say that दोनों ही अभी they have lost their touch absolutely. By the way, Laker was someone who could hit free kicks from both the feet, either foot. Who's your favorite underrated striker? For me, it's Jamie Vardy. Underrated striker. I don't know man. मतलब इतने सारे स्ट्राइकर्स आप बोल सकते हो. मतलब मैं बोलूं, मैं मतलब थोड़ा लेफ्ट फील्ड बोलता हूँ. मैं बोलूंगा इट हैज टू बी पिज़ारो. आई नो आप बोलोगे पिज़ारो हैज नॉट बीन अंडररेटेड. क्लाउडियो पिज़ारो. काफी अंडररेटेड हुआ है उनका करियर. आई थिंक ही इज वन ऑफ द गोट्स इन जर्मन फुटबॉल. डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ द गोट्स. David Beckham had a less discussed playing career due to his modeling glamour. He played as the number 6 in 442 in UCL 99 final, with scores and Keane missing. Best used under Sir Alex. But I think he's one of them. No, Joe, he was a very good player as well. Unfortunately, yeah, because of what happened off field, what happened maybe in his glamour days, people used to think that he got the rub of the green. नहीं, वो बहुत अच्छे player भी थे. Really good player, David Beckham. Was Beckham that good? He was. He was. Beckham was a workhorse. Up, acha, Griezmann, by the way, sub. Griezmann has been sub, people. So let's see if France can get in that goal that they need. They are still 1-1 with Denmark. यहाँ पर as Belgium Netherlands 4-0 और Croatia Austria में भाई साहब मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ ऑस्ट्रिया ने 3 गोल्स मार दिए. यहाँ क्या हो गया? Kovacic was brought off, I think early on, 71st minute में, not early on. भाई Sabitzer with the goal, Arnautovic with the goal, और तीसरा कौन मारा यार? तीसरा किसने मारा? तीसरा अच्छा, I don't know how to pronounce that. Michael G ने मारा है, इतना बोल सकता हूँ. चलो ठीक है. David Beckham, यार, he was really a hard worker. People underestimate how hard he worked. He was really a hard worker. अच्छा, along with obviously having that free kick quality and the delivery, not just free kick quality, or not just set pieces. मैं बोलता हूँ even generally in gameplay, like you said, crosses. Even एक pass था यार उसमें. Pass था. David Beckham highly underrated. यार, he just had to put that ball and भाई साहब यहाँ पर Incl what pace भाई, easy Mbappe part 2 or what? भाई Incl का भी है must pace. लेकिन पता नहीं he didn't continue with that run for some reason. फ्रांस के पास ओरियर, अच्छा कोई नहीं भैया. चेल्सी में डेम्बाबा था, कैन बी नेक्स्ट बिग थिंग, बट चांस नहीं दिया यार. आई डोंट थिंक व्हाट बिग थिंग, बट ही वाज अंडररेटेड, डेफिनेटली अंडररेटेड स्ट्राइकर. मैं तो बोलता हूं यार, पीपल सेइंग दैट चेल्सी फॉरवर्ड्स ऑलवेज काइंड ऑफ फ्लॉप. ही वाज वन ऑफ देम हु डेफिनेटली डिड नॉट फ्लॉप. जीरू वाज डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ फ्लॉप तो नहीं बोलोगे, डेम्बाबा भी फ्लॉप तो नहीं बोलोगे, क्रेस्पो not even close to a flop, Anelka not even close to a flop, Drogba of course, the goat he is, Hasselbank, Ida Gudjonsson. मैंने ऑलरेडी नाम कर दिया है, मतलब कितने, डिएगो कोस्टा 8 स्ट्राइकर्स, और टैमी इब्राहिम भी फ्लॉप तो नहीं बोलूंगा मैं. तो मैं बोलूंगा 9 स्ट्राइकर्स है इन मे बी. हाँ, व्हाट शुड हैव बीन लास्ट 9 इयर्स, लास्ट 15 इयर्स में बोल रहा हूँ. लेकिन ओमन का अच्छा स्ट्राइक, लेकिन अक्रॉस द गोल नाइस सेव बाय कैस्पर श्माइकल, काइंड ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेड. कम ऑन. हाँ, लेकिन डेली अली का माइंडसेट, आई थिंक वो एप्लीकेशन वाज एन इश्यू. फ्रांस हैविंग द बेस्ट टीम, स्टिल clueless, toothache. Jack Grealish of today. Okay, Rabiot in for Griezmann. Are they settling for a draw? No, I think they're changing the formation. Kante, oh boy, stop! Oh. Kante, N'Golo Kante, you heard that right? What a color of a shot! What a color of a shot! He hits the post, but that deserved a goal, man. N'Golo Kante, bhai sahab, N'Golo Kante, one and only N'Golo Kante for France. He turns up a goal for France. मैं बोलूँगा हाँ, Makelele, हाँ मैं बोलूँगा हाँ, one of them has to be there. मैं 40 year uncle तो नहीं हूँ, लेकिन he was my first, that's what I can say. मैं बच्चा था उस समय. Lukaku is trying everything to join Inter. हाँ, मैंने actually बोला है और मैंने ट्वीट भी किया है गुस्से में. यार, Lukaku is absolutely shambolic. I think he either needs to clear it. He can't say that I'm not interested to talk. You have to clear it. You had a मौका, उसने गवा दिया है. बट बारते में हूँ. Always good to see you. लाइक कर दीजिए भाई. कितने लाइक्स हुए भाई? मैं लाइक्स भूल जा रहा हूँ. यहाँ पर फ्रांस 98 टीम इतने देर से मैं वेट ही कर रहा हूँ, दिखाया नहीं हूँ. लेकिन लाइक्स भाई साहब, यार लाइक्स कर दीजिए. जो भी आता है लाइक करते जाइए और देखिए और कमेंट करिए. मजा आएगा. बिकॉज यस, 72 लाइक्स इज नॉट डन. वी हैव definitely to deserve at least 150 likes. यार 150 तो minimum हम deserve करते ही है. So let's double the number. Doesn't take a buck. जो भी like नहीं किया, please like the stream. It helps the stream. And if you have forgotten to subscribe to any of our channels, do subscribe to not only our 2 channels which are tagged below, लेकिन to Football versus Cancer, जो बहुत ही अच्छा fight है by Talk MU brother. He's been tagged. His channel has been tagged below as well. De Bruyne been crap for Belgium. यार मैं सुना हूँ De Bruyne is better. यहाँ पर एक शॉट लेते हुए Incl को वापस, भाई एंकुकू का बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस लगा है मुझे. व्हाट डू यू से? एंकुकू हैज बीन रियली रियली गुड. और इन अ स्ट्रेंज वे, I know Mbappe being injured isn't great for France. लेकिन एंकुकू mini Mbappe in a way. I'm calling it now. He's doing really good. Future of Jesse Lingard पता नहीं, अभी तो यार it's in the air to be very honest. I think he'll probably be in England is what I'm guessing, और इंग्लैंड इटली में ही रहेगी. मुझे कोई बहुत अंडररेटेड मिडफील्ड लगता है, वो है गुटी. हाँ गुटी यार, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है ना, गुटी थोड़ा सा हॉट हेडेड भी थे, तो वो थोड़ा सा था, लेकिन व्हाट अ पासर मैन, व्हाट अ पासर. Castania gets one back for Belgium. Thank you Manav for the update. A goal ruled out offside. गोल रूल्ड आउट. अच्छा मैं मिस कर दिया, सॉरी डिसअलाउड. चलो चलो, थैंक यू बैचोई ऑफसाइड. थैंक यू बैचोई, थैंक यू चेल्सी मैन. What a shot Kante just missed. Absolutely deserves to be at Man United with that shot. No. He doesn't. Exactly, he doesn't deserve to be Man United with that shot. Jack Grealish in midfield is a different thing than in Grealish in wings. I'm not sure about that. I feel that he is really, more of a free player on the left hand side, जो काफी players आज के दिन में चाहते हैं, लेकिन बहुत teams के पास है नहीं position. I think that's what I think he's great either ways. Yeah, I would put him. He has a pace. It's just that his application has not been immense. Lingard is going to Roma. I guessed it. Malab, Italy might be one of the places. Lord Brathwaite is on for Denmark. Talk about Lord Brathwaite, people. Barca fans in the house. बातें भी हो क्या बोलोगे आप? How about Lord Brathwaite? First of all, how did he deserve to come in that squad even? क्या किया है last 6 महीनों में Lord Brathwaite ने to deserve a squad in the Denmark squad? Please tell me. Denmark chasing a goal, so they had to get Lord Brathwaite. Absolutely. लुकाकू एथलेटिक. अच्छा भाई वे आप बात क्या चल रही है ना, लुकाकू और लेवेंडोव्स्की का स्वैप की बात चल रही है. मुझे लगता है वो फेक है, होने नहीं वाला. कम ऑन, एज इन नीदर आर वी फूल्स टू काइंड ऑफ लेट गो 98 million asset or for a 50 million asset for Bayern. लेकिन at the same time, in terms of quality, Lewandowski is better than Lukaku like right now. तो हाँ, Lewandowski is not happy at Bayern, but Lukaku not sure about that. Let's see. Yes, that's true. Absolutely, this is true. Future of Isco and Bale. I believe Isco ka. I think Spurs fans did not mind Isco. I believe that is what I was hearing from Spurs fans. But again, Bale, talk about him. I don't think he'll be returning to Spurs. वो तो यार I think Wales जाएगा और US जाएगा. That's what I feel. Views on Michael Carrick, क्या? One of the most underrated midfielders of our generation. And मैं बोलूँ कौन है? One of the most underrated midfielders of our generation, even more than Michael Carrick. Owen Hargreaves. I don't know कितने लोग ने देखा, but by the way, Delaney is off for Denmark. और substitutions क्या होते हुए as अच्छा क्रोएशिया ऑस्ट्रिया, आई थिंक 3-0 होएगा, ऑस्ट्रिया विनिंग, क्रोएशिया आउट ऑफ द नेशंस लीग होने वाली है. आई थिंक जस्ट वन परफॉर्मेंस के बाद में बोल सकता हूँ दे नॉट गोइंग टू विन द ग्रुप एटलीस्ट. लेकिन हाँ, बेल्जियम नेदरलैंड्स 4-0 अभी भी है. डिलिक्ट कमिंग ऑन फॉर एकी बाय द वे लेट ऑन. लेकिन यहाँ पर ब्रैथवेट केम ऑन फॉर ऑल्सन, राबियो हैड कम ऑन फॉर ग्रीजमैन, और अभी ऑफ कोर्स डेलेनी इज ऑफ एज वेल. ओवन हार्ग्रीव्स यार, मतलब फॉर मी he was really unlucky. मेरे ख्याल से I think Sven-Goran Eriksson missed a trick by not playing Owen Hargreaves with two of Scholes, Lampard and Gerrard enough. That's really what I feel. That's what उनको खेलना चाहिए था a lot of times. लेकिन नहीं, he didn't do enough of it. Owen Hargreaves हाँ थोड़ा injury prone भी थे, लेकिन what a player man, what a player. I have watched Owen Hargreaves in his prime Bayern Munich days. Trust me, he was wow. मतलब क्या थे, और ये गोल बच गया भाई, बच गया. Denmark with a brilliant Eriksson would have been a Hollywood kind of story. Eriksson with a nice kind of last minute attempt, लेकिन great run, great ball. Loris was alert, बच गया, just बच गए. France would have been down 2-1, लेकिन नहीं हुए, 1-1 ही हुए. 100%. मैंने वही बोला भाई, grow up. That's what I tweeted. And by the way, people do retweet my tweet. It will mean a lot. Do follow me on social media. हो सके तो जब भी टाइम मिले देखना and give me support there. Hopefully we kind of grow on all the channels. अगर आपको अच्छा लगता है, अगर नहीं अच्छा लगता है तो DM करिए with feedback. Absolutely great. I got some news about Isco to Roma, but no news for Bale. हाँ, talking about Roma, I think one guy who will be leaving Roma, I heard, is Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan might be leaving, और वो जाने वाले हैं, Mkhitaryan जाने वाले हैं, I think Inter is the word in the town that he might go to Inter. or he might not extend at Roma. I might be wrong, but again, Mukiele to Spurs. Yeah, Spurs भी यार क्या transfer window कर रही है. Do you think Belgium missed the trick by not sacking Martinez, playing De Bruyne in Kovacic-like position and backing the wasteful Munir? Also, he hasn't shown confidence in Tielemans. I think let's not read too much by this game. Again, I know what you mean. Golden generation say he didn't win, so fair enough, he deserved a sack. Fair enough. इंजरी प्रोन प्लेयर, हाँ एग्जैक्टली, लेकिन जब वो खेलते थे ना, एक्चुअली बायर्न म्यूनिख में इतने इंजरी प्रोन नहीं थे, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. इन जर्मनी, इफ यू रिमेंबर, इन हिज पीक ही वाज ब्रिलियंट. बेल इज लिंक्ड टू बर्नली. ओके, बर्नली क्यों जाएंगे यार? डोंट टेल मी he'll be in the championship. Burnley got relegated, right? Anyway, so pretty sure like he deserves a better. Southampton, yeah, coming return to Southampton. Wow, that could be a story. Yeah, come on, man. Let's like the stream, everyone. I'm hoping it gets to 150 likes. हाँ, मैंने तो target to 250 likes का रखा है, लेकिन हाँ, I'm hoping people are not subscribed to Almighty Blues FC, to Almighty Sports Plus. Do subscribe. यहाँ पर Denmark scored. Oh my God, man! Terrible defending by France. Terrible. What a goal by Denmark, man. France, man. क्या ही बोलूं भाई. World champions, holders of the Nations League. And in this group, all of a sudden, Denmark and Austria are looking the favorites to win this group as of now as things stand. I know 6 match days होने वाले, but who is this guy, man? Cornelius. भाई है कौन है Cornelius? Maybe I missed him, but you know, Cornelius, he is something. Man, I need to check it up, man. इसका season कैसा रहा है? He plays in the Turkish league, people. He plays in the Turkish league. What terrible defending. What is the defending, man? I can't believe it. Absolutely schoolboy terrible defending. भाई आपको पेनल्टी रह के बाहर ही फाउल कर देना था ना, अगर आपके पास स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है तो. विलियम सालिबा, मैन. विलियम सालिबा डायरेक्टली टू बी ब्लेम्ड इन दिस केस, मेरे ख्याल से. नहीं यार, नहीं. वरान जाने के बाद they have not looked settled at all in the back. They have not looked settled at all. France, man, Deschamps needs to think. I think 3 at the back नहीं चल रहा है. France के लिए they need to move away from 3 at the back. I have to be honest. मतलब यूरोज में भी नहीं चला था लास्ट गेम में, so I think it has to go. By oh my God, Denmark, that's football not expected. Atletico to offlate Suarez, Korea, Lodi, Lemar, Hermoso, Vas and Brasco is लंगर में चेल्सी का काम. लेल, by the way, एंड्रिया बर्टा जो है ना एथलेटिको के डायरेक्टर, अरे गोल होना चाहिए था फ्रांस का. व्हाट अ चांस. रैबियो विद अ हेडर, मैन, फ्री हेडर था, लेकिन नहीं हुआ. भाई ग्रेट स्ट्रीम में जाता हूँ, कल क्लास है. कोई नहीं है. क्या लगता है अंकित भाई, मार्सेलो को एज ए लेफ्ट मिड और फ्लैंक खेलना चाहिए किसी और टीम में? हाँ, क्यों नहीं खेलना चाहिए. रिटायर तो होना नहीं चाहिए. ही शुड प्ले, बट अगेन नॉट एट बेसिकली द टॉप टीम, सिंपली पुट, और ही कुड बी अ बैकअप. टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई डोंट माइंड हिम एज अ बैकअप, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, अगर आना चाहे तो. नेदरलैंड्स टेयर्ड अपार्ट बेल्जियम. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I am just happy with that. Netherlands. और मतलब मैन ऑफ द मैच कौन हो यार? नेदरलैंड्स वाले मैच में कौन है मैन ऑफ द मैच? मतलब फ्रेंकी डी योंग ब्रिलियंट, लेकिन डिपाई 2 goals you have to give it to him, ना. और Burgers, I think he did very well. लेकिन I think overall you can safely say Frankie de Jong and Depay, is what I understand. Had a great game. Do you think Saab favored English players by giving them more game time, like Fletcher, Gibson, Cleverly? You mean British players? Okay. यार वो होगा ही ना. एक तो है द फैक्ट दैट, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट, एक ब्रिटिश वे ऑफ प्लेइंग फुटबॉल व्हिच वाज वेरी एविडेंट इन द लेट 90s एंड द अर्ली 2000s एंड मिड 2000s. तो लॉट ऑफ प्रॉपर ब्रिटिश प्ले होता था गेम में, तो दे अंडरस्टैंड द गेम मोर. वो बैड टैकल्स होते हैं, दे गिव द 100% वर्सेस अ फॉरेन प्लेयर जो माइट बी लिटिल बिट शाई. बाय द वे, हॉयबर्ग गेटिंग अ ग्रेट टैकल फ्रॉम फ्रांस. सो ये गेम थोड़ा होने वाला है लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में. 4 मिनट है इंजरी टाइम. Saliba doing Arsenal thing before rejoining Arsenal. चलो गुड नाइट भाई, कोई नहीं, थैंक यू. बाय द वे यार, सब लोग लाइक कर दीजिए. होपफुली 100 लाइक्स हो गए. आई वाज होपिंग फॉर 250 लाइक्स, लेकिन आई हैव टू कम डाउन टू स्क्वायर वन. दैट्स व्हाट इट हैपेंस लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स, क्योंकि यार मैंने पहले पूछा नहीं. तो होपफुली यार एवरीवन लाइक्स द स्ट्रीम. यार कम से कम 150 लाइक्स तो कर दिया करो यार, जो भी देख रहा है प्लीज यार, दैट्स समथिंग दैट आई रियली बिलीव दैट एवरी स्ट्रीमर काइंड ऑफ deserves. But thanks यार to join at least. Has to be Frankie De Jong or Berghuis. Depay was good, but De Jong and Berghuis ran the show, made Belgium look oblivious. Or again, coming, I have to raise my hand. मैंने बोला था Berghuis is not a great player to start. Maybe अभी देखना पड़ेगा. अंकित भाई, हमारे पास एक excellent left right wing Spanish player है with golden left foot. सस्ते में Suman Chatterjee, I know what you're referring to. What kind of midfielder after signing Frankie United needs? So interesting. मतलब the fact is यार, Donny van de Beek is back. ठीक है. You have Bruno, you have Fred, you have Frankie. चार बढ़िया बढ़िया midfielders है. क्यों चाहिए? हाँ, you need a proper DM for sure. So that is the only thing that I feel that is a problem. I had said कि Edson Alvarez जो है Ajax के, not a bad shout at all. He probably goes. Kamara तो is already gone, so it's too late. Boubacar Kamara, but I think by the way आज Boubacar Kamara का आज डेब्यू होता अगर वो खेलते, you know, it would have been the first cap for France. But Cornelius जो winner score किए for Denmark is injured looks like, or gamesmanship I don't know. Netherlands always pull out a shock result every now and then. France, Germany, Spain and Belgium. Yeah, fair enough. Netherlands यार वो टीम है ना, they are very good at times, they are really kind of, you know, bad at times. वो एकदम they implode बोलते हैं ना, वैसी टीम है. Was Hansi Flick robbed in 2020 FIFA Awards? 100%. Is Mbappe too soft as getting easily injured? नहीं यार, मैं इतना नहीं बोलूंगा. चलो कोई नहीं, अब मोक भाई को कोई नहीं यार, absolutely. Also shout out to the wing backs who have pressed Belgium incredibly. Blind and Dumfries have been exceptional. और again मैंने Blind को बोला था left center back में is better, but now I might have to rethink. But again, एक ही game है, I won't read too much into it. मैं तो फिर भी यार, I would rather have more of an attacking left wing back versus a Blind. Just saying it out there. I know he has a great delivery on him. वो left center back से भी कर सकते हैं. Frankie pure class. Dumfries I love, man. Dumfries is awesome for Netherlands. Highly underrated wing back in world football. Frankie pure class today. थैंक यू. और यहाँ पर लास्ट 1 मिनट बाकी है, फ्रांस वर्सेस डेनमार्क, और मैं जल्दी से मैं कंप्लीट कर देता हूँ. आप लोग बोल दीजिए बस, क्योंकि ये शुरू किया था मैंने. तो ये आपको क्या लगता है, मतलब इन टर्म्स ऑफ 98 वर्ल्ड कप अगर हम ऑल टाइम करें, चलो लेट्स अस्यूम कि 2018 वर्ल्ड कप के स्क्वाड है हमारे पास. whom from the 98 वर्ल्ड कप will you get in 2018 वर्ल्ड कप? ठीक है, मेरे लिए आई थिंक लिजराजू हैज टू बी देयर. अच्छा, Patrick Vieira has to be there. Arguably, Laurent Blanc भी होने चाहिए in defense. हाँ, there was a spot. I was not convinced उमतीती इतना. तो Laurent Blanc होने चाहिए. 3 हो गए, मार्सेल देसाई और Laurent Blanc. I think Blanc probably had a better World Cup 98, arguably. Or Thuram. What about Thuram? Lilian Thuram, he could play right back as well. Just you would have him or Pavard. I would have Thuram. So I would have Lilian Thuram, I would have Laurent Blanc, I would have Vicente Lizarazu in defense. 3 लोग I would actually have them. And Zidane of course walks in. Zidane walks in. Maybe एक और Thierry Henry, arguably वो left wing में भी खेल सकते थे. Thierry Henry would be in the starting 11 of France, और बाकी 6 आप फ्रांस के 2018 से पिक करोगे, और maybe you would have 6 from the 98 squad. I'll put in one more name यहाँ पर. Maybe not Robert Pires, जिससे क्योंकि मैंने बोला कि Thierry Henry will be one of the wingers, और I think 2018 में फ्रांस का विंग प्ले बहुत अच्छा था, तो I wouldn't go as far as to say that Pires was better. He was kind of comparable. Who was one more guy यार, मतलब और कौन लूंगा मैं? I think these are 5. Maybe super sub I would have Trezeguet as a super sub. ठीक है, तो आप देखो मैं यहाँ से पिक कर रहा हूँ लिजराजू, पैट्रिक विएरा का नाम लेना भूल गया मैं. लिजराजू, पैट्रिक विएरा, लॉरेंट ब्लॉन्क, और कौन है, देन जिडान, देन ऑनरी, तुराम. 6 players I have picked from the 98 World Cup to be in the 2018 World Cup squad. यहाँ पर मैच खत्म. Desai was a beast in World Cup 98, Euro 2000. हाँ, मतलब वही है, मतलब I think France का generally the team was awesome. The fact that Desai was literally in his last years, I'm like not picking Desai, but again, Thuram could kind of do the job, इसलिए मैंने Thuram को लिया है because he can play right back as well. Okay, Henry, Zidane, Yeah. Emmanuel Petit, one of them who played for Arsenal and Chelsea, by the way, just so you know. भाई इनको बोलो कोटवा को मार के बताए, कोटवा दादा होते गोल, अरे भाई कोई नहीं यार। क्या आप बोलना चाह रहे हो कि यार विदाउट कोटवा हाउ कैन यू प्ले बेल्जियम इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। लेकिन 4-1 टू नेदरलैंड्स, दे हैव बीटन बेल्जियम थरोली, थरोली। मैन ऑफ द मैच फ्रैंकी डियोंग उसके लिए। और फ्रांस वर्सेस डेनमार्क, इट हैज टू बी कॉर्नेलियो। एज मच एज हम एरिक्सन को चाहते हैं, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट, इट हैज टू बी कॉर्नेलियो। हॉयबर्ग, बाय द वे द वेबसाइट में मैं देख रहा हूँ, हॉयबर्ग दे आर गिविंग इट टू हॉयबर्ग। इंटरेस्टिंग, इंटरेस्टिंग कॉल दैट। Again, the fact that Højbjerg got the assist for the winner, so you can argue that. लेकिन let me show you the ratings यहाँ quickly. आप बोलिए फ्रांस वर्सेस बेल्जियम किसको दे, फ्रांस वर्सेस डेनमार्क सॉरी, किसको दे रहे हो आप मैन ऑफ द मैच। एंड भूलना मत लाइक करना स्ट्रीम को जाते जाते इफ यू आर गोइंग, बट हाँ, डू पुट इन योर मैन ऑफ द मैच, हु वाज द प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच फॉर फ्रांस वर्सेस डेनमार्क, नेदरलैंड्स अवे टू बेल्जियम, कौन था बोलिए आप लोग सब। देखो ये रहा, तो यहाँ पर हॉयबियो को दे रहे, मेरे ख्याल से आई थिंक कॉर्नेलियो डिस्पाइट बीइंग अ सब डिजर्व्स इट मैन, मैं तो बोलूंगा भाई 2 गोल्स ब्रिलियंट। कांटे awesome on the night, awesome. N'Golo Kante back to his best, at least for today, yes. लेकिन not enough, not enough. Defense of France, जूल्स कुंडे भाई अगर ऐसे करोगे ना, मुझे नहीं चाहिए यार। Honestly मैं बोल रहा हूँ, he is not a starter. Jules Kounde is not. Or William Saliba doing what he does, what he's supposed to do at Arsenal. But yeah, too soon for France. But overall, मैं बोलूँगा भाई, hats off to Denmark. Miley with a good few chances. Højbjerg with a great, through ball. Lekin the guy for me has to be Cornelio, man. Cornelio, he came and scored the winner. Brilliant, man. Brilliant, brilliant that, brilliant. Andreas Cornelio. I think, again, just to let you all know, he plays in Turkey with Trabzonspor. Really, man. इसलिए international football is important to kind of know more as well. And of course, it kind of gives you that common stage for everyone to kind of perform. लेकिन यार सब लोग, let me know which is your shock result of the day. Which is a shock result? मेरे लिए, I will say Croatia versus Austria. Yes, I am absolutely shocked. Austria, very good team, but without an Alaba, still they beat Croatia 3-0 away. Are you serious? And Luka Modric आए थे as a sub in the 58th minute. Orsic, remember from Euros, brilliant winger. He came on for Kovacic in the 71st minute. लेकिन नहीं. Austria scored in Arnautovic. वहाँ brilliant Sabitzer, the man of the match. Or maybe Netherlands beating Belgium, proper 4-1 thrashing. It's a shock. Or Denmark. I think all the three were shocks, man. All the three shocks. काफी अच्छा दिन was. For a neutral, that is. France losing 1-2 to Denmark, Belgium losing 1-4 to Netherlands, and Croatia losing 0-3. And the interesting part kya hai? The away team won in all the three. Wow. Interesting. यार 4 मैच दे दे. If this is what Nations League is bringing, I think ज़्यादा cover करना चाहिए हमें. नहीं, क्या बोलते हो? I called it, yes, big up, big up. Home advantage also helped them in 1998. Fair enough. I predicted Denmark to win. Yes, you did. Thank you. Ankit, by all-time favorite goalkeeper, आपका मेरा है first Casillas, second Dida. मेरे लिए I think it has to be, as much as वो मिलान की kind of rival club थे. I have to say Buffon, यार. Buffon मेरे लिए was the guy, man. In his peak, he was something. He was unbeatable at times. मुझे लगता था यार, if चेक कभी ना छोड़ते हैं ना, मुझे लगता था बुफॉन जब कोटो आए थे तब भी मैं चाह रहा था बुफॉन को कैसे ना कैसे कन्विंस कर दे, छोड़ दे और आ जाए. बट अगेन ही लव्ड हिज क्लब, सो हैट्स ऑफ टू बुफॉन. और द फैक्ट दैट बुफॉन रेलीगेटेड, रिमेंबर जो हुआ था केस यूवेंटस के साथ, ही गॉट रेलीगेटेड, ही केम बैक, ही प्रूव्ड हिमसेल्फ. बुफॉन रेस्पेक्ट, मैन. डीडा ब्रिलियंट, कसियास ब्रिलियंट, चेक ब्रिलियंट, ऑलिवर कान ब्रिलियंट, इवन पीटर श्माइकल ऑसम. लेकिन फॉर मी अगेन आई एम जस्ट कॉलिंग इट बुफॉन भाई. मतलब just that feel that he gave, the presence. Neuer also, shout out here. Oblak as well. Højbjerg and Cornelio have to be the man of the match. हाँ, एक जन को पिक करिए मानव, एक जन को पिक करिए. I think I would go for Cornelio, but definitely Højbjerg, the website ने जो पिक किया है for that great pass that he had, right? How good was England team that won 96 World Cup? यार 96 World Cup जीती नहीं England team. I think you mean the Euros, right? Euro 96. So Euro 96 was, I think, the peak. You can say that maybe Alan Shearer was probably at his peak, you can say, but they were not winners either. So Euro 96 was won by Germany, if I remember right, right? Germany won it, but Alan Shearer was the top scorer in that tournament. भाई कुंडे था, उपमेकानो था, लेक्रॉय का था डिफेंडर, मतलब कोई नहीं. काफी सारे ऑप्शंस है यार चेल्सी के लिए, बट व्हाई कुंडे फॉर 65 मिलियन यूरोस रियली. Mario Mandzukic, he was underrated. प्रॉब्लम ये है ना, Mandzukic was brilliant, लेकिन थोड़ा सा आई थिंक हॉट हेडेड थे. दैट वाज वन थिंग जो काफी स्ट्राइकर्स के अगेंस्ट काइंड ऑफ काउंट किया जाता है, बट Mandzukic was there. Probably आप बोलोगे he had his best years for Croatia and as in Juventus that he had around that World Cup era. He had superb years. लेकिन हाँ, I think Mandzukic was one of those players who didn't have a very long peak. He had a peak of about 4 years, but not a very long peak like someone like 6 7 years. Nahi. He was just about for 3 years. He was brilliant. That's what I would say. उस समय के लिए he was superb, really underrated. Champions League final, remember? Coman had an awful game. Not really, man. Coman actually ran the wings really. मतलब मैं थोड़ा डिसएग्री करूंगा फरहान, बिग अप आपके लिए, लेकिन हाँ, आपकी राय है. मतलब मेरे ख्याल से कॉमन का तो फिर भी अच्छा किया. आई थिंक इट वाज मोर लाइक द डिफेंस ऑफ फ्रांस. लाइक कॉमन आप अगर एक्सपेक्ट करोगे डिफेंस करो तो नहीं, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. आई वुड से इट वाज डेफिनेटली कुंडे, सालिबा who came on late, really weak, man, really weak. Ralf Rangnick from Austria, yeah, Ralf Rangnick OP हो जाए. France team never Laporte a chance. Yeah, exactly. That's why Laporte, I think if I'm not wrong, Laporte is he? I think he's playing for Spain, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Laporte is, he opted to play for Spain. हाँ खेला था ना, स्पेन के लिए खेला था भाई, कैसे पूछ सकता हूँ. Denmark 2, France 1. Denmark are playing serious ball, first to qualify semi-final of the Euros and beating the defending champs. I would still say that France were not in gear 4. Lekin I hear you. Denmark is one of the underrated teams, definitely. France, who by Konate tha. Watch along tomorrow. हाँ कल कल अच्छे मैचेस है, काफी अच्छे मैचेस है. कितने कौन सा वॉच अलॉन्ग करेंगे वो मैं पब्लिश करने वाला हूँ, बट we will certainly do a watch along. And not just that, I am planning something for you guys, maybe with Fateh, maybe with Sadiq bhai. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग कुछ कंटेंट आने वाला है, so just stay tuned for that. Hopefully weekend में I churn out to come out next week with that as well. तो हाँ, इस week थोड़ा basic content I'm trying of planning and plotting कर रहा हूँ थोड़ा, आप जो भी बोलो. लेकिन हाँ, watch along because of Euros, sorry, the Nations League, it'll certainly be there. To be fair, De Bruyne, I feel sorry. The shite Belgium team, Faizan बोल रहे. Community poll or 62% vote for France, Croatia, and Belgium all lost great night. Exactly, it was one of those nights. Your all-time favorite Dutch player, okay, it has to be Ian Robben. आप बोलोगे यार सीरियसली, देखो मैंने योहान क्राइफ को देखा नहीं है खेलते हुए, ठीक है, एंड आई एम सेइंग लाइव. आई हैवंट वॉच्ड मार्को वैन बास्टन प्ले लाइव, ठीक है. आई हैव वॉच्ड रूड बुलेट बट टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द करियर. आई हैव वॉच्ड फ्रैंक राइकार्ड टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ हिज करियर. मैंने देखा है क्लेरेंस सेडॉफ को काफी देर तक, लेकिन फॉर मी Snyder was very good. There were a lot of players. Van Nistelrooy in his day was very good. Roy Mackay, very underrated. Van Persie in his day was very good. There were a lot of players overall. लेकिन again for me एक Dutch player जो I really associated with very early on in his PSV days भी वो था Ian Robben. Ian Robben has to be the guy for me no matter what. I liked Rafael van der Vaart. I have to say I somehow liked him. I know Tottenham player. Ajax basically produced some great Dutch players, man. I have to say. Real Madrid already won the transfer window after getting Rudiger. Okay, interesting. France nothing without Pogba. Fair enough. England won the 66 World Cup. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, 66 World Cup, भाई मैं जिंदा नहीं था. Let's put it that way. लेकिन हाँ, मतलब I think Bobby Charlton, those are people that you are celebrated. That's what मैं बोलूँगा. But again, I haven't really watched it, so I'm not fair to be commenting on it ना. सच बताना अंकित भाई, ऑलिवर कान से नफरत नहीं लगता था. अरे भाई, he used to piss off the opposition. He used to piss off. और it's something about German goalkeepers, right? Something about them. कुछ अलग करते हैं. Something. And Neuer भी देखो, he was a phenomenon the way he came out as a sweeper goalkeeper. ठीक है. आप देखो Jens Lehmann, he was no less. Oliver Kahn, Jens Lehmann दोनों ही एक अलग ही प्रकार के जन थे यार. Seriously, man, he was in the Peter Schmeichel kind of family, like in terms of the persona that Oliver Kahn was. he was probably worse at times. Yes, irritating to the core, Suman. Lekin he could do the job. Simply put, Denmark water team, they have the mentality of champions. Krishna, thank you for joining. Big up to you. Spain, interesting. Kunde's mind is on his new home. I don't think so. I've always seen him. He's not performed well. Very rarely he's performed well. I think he's overrated. Yeah, potentially he's great, but I don't think he's there yet for 65 million euros. I genuinely believe that. Laporte, yeah, exactly. Thanks for confirming that. I just remember that as well. Germany versus Italy, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that then. I feel France will also be a part of Champions curse. Okay, let's see, let's see. Robin van Persie, wow. Again, Robin van Persie भी मैं उस bracket में डालूंगा, just like a Mandzukic, who didn't have a very long peak, who didn't have a peak of say 6 7 years. He had a peak of 3 3 4 years. A lot of Dutch players here. Snyder, he was one of them. My father says Van Basten, Hullet were out of the world. Exactly. Even I've kind of heard the same, seen the same in clips. But Hullet, the way I've seen him, Rude Hullet, different level altogether. I agree with that absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. I love the Chelsea Robin more than anyone, and you will probably laugh at that. Lekin, I think if you actually carefully watch the 2004-5 season, uh, I'll tell you a quick thing. The reason why I just absolutely love the guy. So the guy was injured. Okay, more than injured, there was something very serious. कुछ बोल रहे थे यार, he had some kind of a tumor kind of a thing or something in his body, और वो निकालने के लिए he might have to end his career. ठीक है, उतना तक चल गया था बात. और he after signing for Chelsea, entire summer he was waiting. Then he waited till about I think November. On November में he was I think introduced again with Blackburn, if I remember right. Correct me if I'm wrong. लेकिन भाई दो performances on Blackburn he had in that season. Not just that, first month in the Premier League ever as a youngster, he got the Premier League Player of the Month. Okay, and he could beat people for pace. He could beat people basically but just by dodging them, wall dribbling, and the way he runs. आप लोग बहुत लोग kind of I know बोलना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन lot of people used to basically say that नहीं वो ऐसे अजीब तरह से भागता है, which is not, you can't say he's a man. I know we shouldn't be saying it, and they were wrong in saying that. But the thing is, he had a weird kind of a way to beat people no matter what. Or in Chelsea, in the first season, he played more on the left hand side. He was fantastic. He was fantastic. Again, maybe I'm emotional hearing about Robin, but again, not just that. You saw in robbery, what a thing they had, with, of course, in Bayern Munich. And talk about robbery. People don't know Batman and Robin. Of course, you know what Batman and Robin. Kezman and Robin had a thing going in PSV. दोनों को हम साइन किए थे. Kezman didn't work. That's another thing in Chelsea. But again, those are the days. Mikhail, big up, man. Big up. Belgium, Ankit, Netherlands. Oh man, I wish I could call that. But absolutely, man, brilliant. Malab, my bad is not being shown on TV here. But again, thanks to Manav and the rest of the chat, we could follow very closely. But fantastic, man. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Malab, he is one of the most underrated left back that there has ever been. Malab, maybe I'm a romantic. That's romantic. Lekin, I think one of the goals I still remember. What a goal! One of the best goals that I've ever seen a left back score. वो थे Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. So defensively, he was very very underrated. One guy, Dutch team में मैं बोलता हूँ बहुत underrated. Talk about the World Cup that we were infamous for. Mark Van Bommel. Really really hard tackler, man. I love the guy. Beginning humbled by Ankit Netherlands, Belgium. Okay, I think that's what you mean. Why in the hell France not playing Camavinga in the first team? I think it's about that Champions League final. काफी लोग जो Champions League final खेले हैं इस week में, they are taking a week off. Surprised that Modric played today, honestly, for Croatia, but still lost. But Thibaut Courtois नहीं थे Belgium के लिए, remember? So there is an argument for that, and maybe that was the reason. Can you make all-time 11 of players that never played in Premier League? हाँ, ये बढ़िया है. One of the streams, let's do that. Yeah, ये याद रखूंगा. Football Freaks, if I forget, please remind me. But I'll try and make a note of this. All-time 11 that never played in Premier League. Beautiful topic, man. Beautiful topic. और ये यार हम करने वाले, definitely हम करने वाले. Or hit the likes. Mikhail will definitely hit the like. But yeah, thank you for even saying that. Let's see. Bayern against us and got us out in UCL. By the way, Robin missed a penalty against Chelsea. That was a moment. But again, I think it's a larger career में overall, and that's what I loved about Robin overall. Robin was class. I was gutted for years that he left Chelsea. I think probably लोग बोलते हैं ना that you are most regretting of Kevin De Bruyne. I have not gotten over that, Mikhail. I've never gotten over that Robin left Chelsea, and I know that in a strange way, I kind of, and I have to be very honest here, I kind of did not like Malouda as much compared to Robin. I'll tell you why. Because I know it was not a direct replacement, but eventually Malouda replaced Robin. That's why I didn't have that liking for Malouda compared to maybe other wingers. But again, respect to all Chelsea players, you know that. Most of the flop players going for free. I think it's a free market. Ye wala market is going down in history as one of the markets. Trust me on that, Akash. Did you forget Ribéry for France? Absolutely nahi, yaar. He was brilliant. He was brilliant as well. Absolutely. Benzema, king, like, unfortunately, as on the losing side. I know, मतलब, he probably deserved to be on the winning side, at least for his effort. I have to say that. लेकिन मतलब फुटबॉल इज अ टीम स्पोर्ट राइट. और आप बोलोगे बेंजेमा स्कोर किए गोल ब्रिलियंट और एंकुकू को शाउट आउट बाय द वे, नाइस परफॉर्मेंस बाय एंकुकू. Goal versus Uruguay 2010 World Cup semis, big stage, bigger goal from Van Bronckhorst. Yes, thank you. वो याद दिलाने के लिए absolutely. या मानव बग्गा, थैंक यू यार. मानव, आप मुझे कांटेक्ट करिए. मतलब आप कंटेंट क्रिएटर भी हो क्या? मतलब काफी अच्छा नॉलेज है आपका यार. मतलब आई एम रियली इम्प्रेस्ड आई मस्ट से. Many modern day greats was once in Chelsea. Salah, De Bruyne, Chelsea fan got frustrated by the release. Oh yeah, Chelsea brought so many players and then didn't have much decision making in the time, or too many good players at the same time, not able to manage bigger squads, unlike Galacticos, Real Madrid back in the day. Vieira, but मुझे जितना याद है फाइट था between Neville and Vieira. नहीं यार, कीन Vieira definitely किए थे. There was a fight in the tunnel, absolutely there was. Like again, what goal Benzema scored today, you have to give to the guy simply. I was got it equally when Salah and KDB and Mata, yes, Mata, absolutely, yeah. Kal Mikhail, there was a question for me from the chat that who's your all-time favorite Spanish player. Okay, so obviously people will say Iniesta, Xavi, maybe David Villa, maybe even Fernando Torres, for those who have kind of watched him in Spain, prime. People say I call out two people. I said in attack, Juan Mata. I think he probably did not get what he was supposed to be because of his switch to Man United at the time. He could have been that player for Spain as well. I really believe that. David Silva also, arguably, but I said Mata and Fabregas. They didn't play enough for Spain that probably they should have in their prime. Again, not down to them, down to the quality Spain had, of course. I'm not saying that they are better than who were playing. Obviously, Xavi and Iniesta were far better, but I'm just saying they didn't get enough chances. Maybe they could have done, something more. And in defense, Carlos Puyol. That guy was a leader, man, proper leader. Top 3 Chelsea goalkeepers: Kudicini, Czech, Mendy. Yeah, no man, Czech has to be number 1. Kudicini, legend for sure. Lekin, come on, Czech has to be number 1, man. Come on. But it's your choice, so big up to you. Terrible management. Fabregas, Mata was elite. A peak Mata, yaar. Matlab, you remember Mikhail, that game Tottenham Chelsea, man. Oh man, 4-2. Mata, I think if I'm not wrong, he scored a brace. Gary Cahill scored as well. What a game, man. What a game. It was 2012, if I remember right, 2011-12 season itself. Wow, man, that was something. If any transfer would be perfect for Lewandowski, for me, Liverpool rather than... I think more than Liverpool, he suits Chelsea, man. I'm just putting it out there. I think Lewandowski can really play with the ball. He can drop in deep. He can really win penalties. He can, be good on crosses, which Chelsea needs to do more of. I feel that Lewandowski is brilliant for Chelsea. Only if, Lakaka leaves. That is only if he clarifies. He had an opportunity to clarify to the reporter, supposedly, that भाई मुझे नहीं जाना है कहीं, मुझे रहना है चेल्सी में. आज मौका था लेकिन नहीं. उसने बोला है नहीं, मैं कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता. क्या बोलूं यार, मतलब देयर इज मोर टू इट. कोई नहीं. नेविल का भी आई थिंक probably had, man. We still haven't replaced Mata. We have probably, I think it was more about Mourinho insisting on playing Oscar in that hard worker kind of a role. Even Oscar was changed as a player. Again, big up to Mourinho. Everyone know that I love the guy. By the way, big up to Tackle from Behind. They gave me something today, and check it out on Almighty Sports Plus. मैंने एक unboxing video किया, तो do check them out as well. Shout out to tacklefrombehind.in. लेकिन हाँ, it was Mourinho, man. Simply put, let's be honest about it. नहीं भैया, Not a content creator, just a fan. Football is the favorite recreational outside of studies and job. मेरा भी सेम था मानव, मतलब अगेन मैंने काफी देर तक कॉर्पोरेट किया, फिर बोला यार भाई धीरे धीरे लेट मी एक्चुअली फेज माई सेल्फ आउट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट एंड गेट हियर. अगर आप लोग सपोर्ट करो तो यार फुल टाइम कर देंगे, लेकिन हाँ डेफिनेटली यार बिग अप टू यू. फ्रांस नीड्स जिडान. जिडान भाई वन ऑफ द ऑल टाइम ग्रेट्स. हमको आप हमने आपको माटा. अरे Mata was absolutely brilliant, man. Asensio is, I would say, as much as I also thought that Asensio hoga one of the big players for Spain, lekin unfortunately Mata was superb in his prime. Again, he had a very short prime. Problem wahi tha na. Timber showed his class today. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Mata and Matic gave us nothing after coming to Man United. Yeah, Matic also brilliant. 2014 when Mourinho got him back after he had a spell at Benfica. भाई साहब याया टोरे, पीक याया टोरे के साथ क्या परफॉर्मेंस किया था मैटिच ने. Not just that, entire 6 months. Those, that January transfer window was brilliant. I still remember Mata free kick. I don't know which team. It was Man United. It was Man United. David De Gea. I remember. He did very well. Adrian Mutu, of course, man. How can I forget? Mikhail definitely remembers Adrian Mutu, man. Come on, that was a big signing. Big signing. Adrian Mutu, Kesman never worked for Chelsea. Mutu was a good player though. Mata was our Snyder, came up clutch so many times. Good call, good call. Branislav Ivanovic, superb defender. Exactly, man. I hope Branislav Ivanovic goes as one of the Premier League greats, man. As in, it's too sad the way he ended at Chelsea. People forgot what he actually brought. I know Chelsea fans will know who've seen him. They can neutrals kind of don't rate Branislav Ivanovic as one of the greats. I think he's one of the Premier League greats. Arguably, मैं तो इतना भी बोलूंगा, he's probably the best right back in Premier League ever. मैं बोल रहा हूँ. A peak Branislav Ivanovic was unplayable, simply. Matic lost a yard of pace after that epic season and was never the same. Fair enough. Mutu, absolutely. चलो कोई नहीं, काफी समय हो गया. I hope everyone has liked the stream. 2.5 घंटे हो गए फिर से. Cahill was underrated. Last question ले रहे. Cahill, I think, kind of got a raw deal because he was forced to play in the left centre back position towards the end, which wasn't his favorite side. So yes, he was kind of beaten at times, but I think he did a great job for us. I think Cahill's performances, I think in the 2012-13 season, are not spoken about enough. मेरे ख्याल से. Starting from the Champions League and then moving on to the Europa League, I think it's not spoken about enough. And of course, later on, उसने किया है भाई. 2015 में Zuma kind of replaced him. Then again, 2017 he came back and improved in left centre back also. Brilliant. Matic tamed Yaya Toure. I am a City fan and Yaya is one of the greatest legends, but Matic kept Yaya Toure quiet, and that was a peak prime Yaya Toure. That's what I'm talking about, Manav. Great point. Yeah, absolutely. David Silva for us. Each team has one underrated Spanish player. David Silva is also one of them, definitely. Moreno should be the first choice striker. 100% agree. 100%. और मैं तो बोलता हूँ भाई मोरेनो ही नहीं, वो खिलाओ यार आप. यू प्ले विद अ प्रॉपर फ्रंट थ्री विद इवन डानी आल्मो गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ चांसेस देयर. मतलब स्पेन का वही प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं तो दे आर गुड. बट या आई एम चेकिंग यार कितने लाइक्स हो गए. होपफुली आप लोग 150 लाइक्स कर दिए अभी तक. नहीं 150 लाइक्स हो गए. लाइक द स्ट्रीम. 100 लाइक्स भी नहीं है. मतलब मैं क्या ही तो बोलूं भाई, क्या बोलूं मैं. really kind of disappointing. I'm seeing 210 votes almost, but I'm seeing only 93 likes. Come on yaar, come on, just press of a button, like the stream, so that the kind of YouTube algorithm recommends us for the next stream as well. और that वही है. It's a team game. आप लोग सब टीम में हो भाई, सब लोग. You are in Almighty Blues family, everyone. और हम membership शुरू करेंगे, but that doesn't mean people who don't become members are still part of the family. You all are family. Great watch along, great night. International football is back. 3 shocks: France losing, Belgium losing, and Croatia getting hammered. Not all get the deserving chance in life. ये कहाँ से आया? कोई नहीं. चलो कोई नहीं. We'll meet you again tomorrow. So like I said, we are planning something really special. वो आ रहा है, थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए. We are planning something really special. But meanwhile, like the stream, do not forget Almighty Sports Plus. हमने एक वीडियो वहां पे रिलीज किया आज. Do check it out. Shout out to them as well. लेकिन football versus cancer, talk MU, big up. Check out his channel, Fight Against Cancer Through Football. It is tagged below along with Almighty Sports Plus. और by chance हम Almighty Blues FC पर नहीं हो, hopefully हम आ जाए 4K tak by the start of the season. Hopefully we'll get to 4K and beyond. But anyway, thank you, yaar. Thanks for all the comments. Or big up to everyone who was here. And like I say, if I missed comments, you can always prioritize your comments by super chats in the future. Agar aap afford kar sakte ho, nahi to I have started a lot of them. I will take it in the next streams. And we are going to do a lot of watch-alongs and a lot of content in the summer as well. Abhi ke liye, good night. Chalo, take care and thanks again.